The views expressed on this Turnbuckle Tabloid live stream or Turnbuckle Tabloid podcast episode do not reflect the views, thoughts, or opinions of the Rageworks brand, including the Rageworks podcast network, Rageworks content partners, advertisers, and affiliates. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Girls, let's go. We gotta go to dance. This is Good Dad Angel here. When I'm not taking my girls to dance, I'm listening to Turnbuckle Tabloid. Cause I'm a mook.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.
3, 2, 1.
New year, same old shit, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to tell you, the winds of change does not come across here at Turnbuckle Tabloid. We keep doing the same old trashy trash that all you guys seem to enjoy because the numbers are up during our downloads and our streams. Thank you guys for partaking. Seen a lot of unique listeners on the show. On the analytics, want to thank you guys for partaking in the show. Thank you guys for partaking in our best of part 1. That was only the first part of the best of.
All right.
Thank you to all you guys who partook in those conversations as well, like the Pinkies, the Homicides, the Dominic De Niro's, the Tristan Ties, all you guys who partake in James Mattern. Thank you guys for being a part of Turnbuckle Tabloid in 2020. But yeah, it's same old shit coming down the lane, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not true. We have new beginnings, new heel turns. We have new bullshit. Come on, man.
Do we really though? I mean, let's be honest here.
I heard Kuge Monster's getting into the culinary business.
Yes.
New beginnings, bro. New beginnings, man.
Yes, that bitch finally found her way, found his way, whatever it is, found their way. Found their way.
But like, come on, man. When the ball dropped, you didn't feel a sense of okay, this year is fucking terrible.
No, basically, to be honest with you, I was fucking sleeping, and that's what happened.
Happy New.
No, I was not. I was out. So
you were watching Seinfeld.
Uncle Fred stopped by because he's a lonely fucker. So I've said, "Fuck it, come hang out with me for the night." And by the time 11 o'clock came around, he was already sleeping on the couch after watching sports. So that was
well, that's a usual Fred. If he comes in, that doesn't happen. It's weird.
Yeah, Uncle Fred falls asleep on the couch. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no, that's suspect. If that doesn't happen, that's suspect.
So he falls out. I was listening to music. We were listening to music for the most part, waiting for the time to come in. And I was like, all right. Went to spend time with the Mother Hubbard of the household and fell asleep on the bed. And then all of a sudden I was elbowed and my mom was like, Happy New Year. And I'm like, oh, great. And I'm looking at fucking alerts and calls that I'm missing. And I go, oh, shit. All right. So let me go back.
Done.
Let me go to my fucking room and fucking go to sleep. All right.
In
case you guys don't know, I'm pretty much a caretaker to my mom. My mother's a
soldier.
She's disabled, so I take care of her. It's not the cliche thing to where people believe that I live with my mom. No, she lives with me. There's a difference.
Remember some guy came in here. I'm not gonna say his name. You know what? I'll say it. Remember Tino came in here and he said that shit.
Yeah, and it's like,
I thought you lived in your mom's basement, dog.
It's like, no, I actually have a job with benefits. I work and probably make a lot more money than you do, but that's besides the point with your dirty ass New Day shirt. Any case.
Oh, nah. Yo.
I told you. New Year's same.
Yeah, you flamed his New Day shirt.
New Year's same old shit. No, but that was the kind of thing that leads me to what I wanted to say about the show from the past year and such, which got me down the line. Like I said earlier, I was thinking about the whole bullshit going through the best ofs and all that, and I mentioned it before, but I think the past couple of weeks I've been sitting there just thinking about the show any case, and the big announcement is going to be that you guys are still going to be listening to us from 2021. We're not going anywhere, sirs.
Well, no,
We're not going anywhere.
That's not happening. Come on, man.
Unfortunately, we are losing a show in the Rageworks family. Unfortunately, we are losing Call Me When It's Over with our guy Josie's boy and Alexis. We're losing them.
Crazy.
That's unfortunate.
Sad, man.
But hopefully they don't. They're not going to be away for too long. Hopefully, they find a way. They find their way back. And even if they do it monthly or something, we just want them to check in and. Hopefully everything works well in future endeavors to them all, and hope everything comes to fruition for them in 2021.
Absolutely.
But as for us, we're not going anywhere. No,
of course not.
No. As long as
more bullshit, more jokes, probably.
As long as there's trashy indie wrestling and trashy fucking
regular wrestling,
big time wrestling, and fucking.
I wish I could tell you that it was crappy this week, but I actually did not mind wrestling this week that much.
Oh no, there was. Believe me, I'll be able to critique some shit. Believe me, I will find a way to critique some shit.
Listen, guys, if you're here on this episode and you're gonna think to yourself, "Wow, you know what? I want the rare occasion where Red's gonna not criticize AEW Dynamite." You're wrong, and you should just not stay because you're in for a treat.
Oh no, please. Come on. What are we talking about here, ladies and gentlemen? What are we doing?
Same old shit, like we just said. Same old shit.
Do we not forget that we'll bash the dead? We're like, we don't like, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, we're not bashing Brody.
Well, no, we're not bashing Brody, but we've done in the past where we have bashed the dead, so we don't really give a fuck. But other than that, it's no. In retrospect, I was thinking about what we put together the past year and such, and it's not like a New Year resolution kind of thing, but just a general synopsis of what the show is. And like I said, I was thinking about fucking the comments and such that were made in the past year about the show, and I have to say that people go into this business for the glitz and the glamour and of course the money and shit like that, right? And I've been saying it constantly about us for a long time. I said, look, Olskey has a job. He's a young kid. He's just fresh out of college. The kid is, making his way in the world and
trying.
Turnbuckle Tabloid, well, trying because fucking COVID is not helping any much. But
hospitality's dead. Yeah, no.
Yeah, Turnbuckle Tabloid pretty much is like, it's his way to share his love of wrestling, talk shit, get to rub shoulders and meet people from the industry, around the business.
I wouldn't give up this show for anything in the world, bro. This is I look forward to this every week. This is truly like shit. I got a tattoo for this shit, and that sounds kind of mook, but
no, it's very mook.
I'm still waiting for yours. I'm still waiting for yours.
Yeah, I will be getting mine, but like I said, it's just I'm waiting for certain people.
You wait for the guy to come in. You really want your guy, huh?
Yeah. I can't go anywhere else.
You don't want to cheat?
Nah, I don't want to. It's like cheating. It's like I don't want to. Somebody else. I don't want nobody else's needle pricking me.
But it's kind of gay. But
no, it's a lot gay. It's not kind. It's a lot gay.
But I look forward to the show.
What is it? Docking? I don't want anyone docking with me.
Doc giving me
or pegging or pegging.
Yeah. Oh hell no. Yeah, man. But I look forward to the show every week. The interactions. I miss House of Glory the most. In all honesty, like I feel like the missing piece is us making our rounds with the indie circuit and being fucking goofs and you getting in trouble for using a megaphone in the middle of someone's dream match. No big deal.
No big deal. I mean, who really cares? Come on, let's be honest here. But 20
grabs the megaphone and right before the guy shakes his longtime idol's head.
Whoops.
like we always mention that story, but like I just want to say that one time for all the new listeners. My guy grabbed a megaphone and screen plugged our show right before someone in the wrestling business was about to shake hands with his lifelong idol.
Yeah, Danny DeMonto and fucking
Shane Douglas.
And it's like, whoops. Oh, okay.
Right before their hands were about to interlock.
They shouldn't have allowed fucking assholes like me and a megaphone in the same room. Let's just say that.
That's true though. That's true. If they had a problem, they really could have just pushed your shit away.
Three individuals met that same night: a megaphone, me, and fucking alcoholic beverages. So
Bottle of Henny.
No. It wasn't Henny that night. It was just beer. That was just beer that night.
Oh yeah, Henny was a homicide.
Yeah, I wasn't drinking that shit. I don't drink that dog shit no more. So I was listening to the best of stuff, and I said, and then after listening to the shit about the comments by individuals, I said,
Wait.
Yeah, but I said, you know what? Let me tell you something. If this was the only thing we had going on, right? If this was the only fucking gig that we had working on, do you not think that I would fucking sit there and put 150% in this show?
Oh my god, 100%. We be on serious, nigga. Excuse my language.
You don't think that I would sit there and make sure that every little thing that we do is top notch fucking material coming out of here? I mean, let's be serious. Like bits, skits, making sure that the YouTube and all the other outlets was top notch.
We be finessing this shit.
I would be, this would be insane. But
we have lives.
But we have lives. I have a career. I have a job that actually pays pretty well. Like I have benefits. I have I have TDAs. I have, like I mentioned earlier, I have a mother that I take care of. I have a daughter I take care of. I have responsibilities. And this here is a gig that we do. There's fucking interviews that we shouldn't even be having with people that we're having. I mean,
man.
People are charging money, out the wazoo for fucking cameos. And, by the grace of us, our little hustle here and there and getting love from people who care about the show, who plug us in, we're actually getting fucking quality conversations with people for no cost. And it's all because of promotion and love. And shout out to all those people who did that for us in 2020. I don't want to put you guys on blast, but you guys know who you are. We got love for you for doing that for us. And we got constants of people who turn to us and who give us praise for what we do every week. Every fucking week.
Yeah, we're consistent, man. Regardless of job, regardless of bullshit, life, COVID, blah, 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 we've been consistent. There's not been a time where me and Red have said, okay, well, this week is not going to happen, guys. We'll see you next week. It's never happened.
Over 60 episodes in the past year. Over 60. With best ofs, 30-minute smarks, fucking whatever live streams we did, if you want to count that. Over 60. This fucking... Matter of fact, it's not even over. It's got to be over 70 because remember we started doing 2 a week.
Yep.
So, I mean, honestly, then we went from shitty fucking audio. We said, fuck it. At least the best that we can do is give some kind of quality, and we invested and got. Ever since the audio got better, the fucking shows got better.
The big boy.
Oh,
the big boy. The beep boop bop beep.
As Little Bit will call it, the beep boop machine. Like
the beep boop machine. It looks like Wally.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, let's be honest here. It's a progression that if we really, really thought that we were gonna sit here and fucking go on really hard on Patreon, and we have a Patreon because for the sake of people having Patreons, because
we have one.
It's the thing that people do. Like, I really don't give a fuck if people donate or not. It's cool. I really don't care. I give a fuck. Like, I
care about the quality of the show more.
Yeah. There's motherfuckers.
And the consistency of the show. That's my main priorities.
There's motherfuckers that. I'm here playing on the show for free. And then, they should have donated to Patreon, but I don't care. We put them on for free.
Yeah, fuck it.
It's fuck it. The donation is there just for that. It's just whatever it is. It is. It's like that, that person who hands out a fucking card, the deaf person on the train who hands out the card. It says, you can take the card, but can you donate to some... I'll just take the card.
Donate, you have to get the card back?
I'll take the card. Fuck that. I'll keep the card. I want to learn how to do the alphabet and fucking...
They always ask me for the card back, though.
No, fuck that. I keep that shit. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
When I say no, I'm like, they're like, oh nah, all right.
No, because I'm waiting for them to turn around and tell me, you cheat, motherfucker. I'm like, haha, you can't speak, motherfucker. I got your ass. But no, it's like, come on. I mean, we do the show and we do it for the love of like I said, wrestling and for people who enjoy listening to it. Like I said, hundreds of downloads, almost thousands a week when we do fucking send these fucking goofy shows out, and people enjoy listening to us because it's like we've heard. I even got a compliment this week saying that I sound like the Mike Francesa of wrestling talk, and I was like,
wow.
I said, I don't know if that's a compliment because I know people can't stand him, but and it was like, no, it's a good thing because he's probably one of the best sports commentators in the history of sports, and I was like, wow, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, you have the jit for jab. But you have a face for radio.
But then the big thing that I'm listening to when I was going through this stuff, and I tell you, I was enraged when I was doing the best stuff. So
you told me you were over it.
I swear to God, I said if this motherfucker was in this fucking city, I'd have probably hunted him down and beat the shit out of him. But because you know what it is.
Man. Well, which by the way, I do have breaking news.
What's that?
He did a live stream 2 days ago, and I joined it. Mm-hmm. As Turnbuckle Tabloid, and I commented
breaking news.
Well, I'm 2 days ago he had a live stream and I joined in as Turnbuckle Tabloid and I commented and he responded. I was saving for the episode to tell you.
Oh my God.
I commented. I think I commented like the peace sign and he was like, look who it is, these douchebags.
You know what's funny is that, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was that put me over the top is. With him, everything with him was wiggle. Like that,
Right. Well, he sounds like he smokes 12 packs a day, but
it's not even that. The thing is, it's first of all, dude, you take yourself like way too fucking serious. Honestly, for a goofy fucking show that you do, because I listened to his show Bits and Drafts, and I was doing research so we could do our fucking retort to his shit. You sat there and, like I said before, you went and put our logo and did all that shit for our show. You gave us free fucking advertising for our show on your stupid shit, and then you're calling this wig and shit, not getting the fact that doofus, the one person that you're really going at is fucking Puerto Rican from Brooklyn.
You could have shot in the dark and chose the white guy on the fucking team.
Yeah, The one thing that I probably never ever I can't say never, but I have hardly ever got in my life was me being white. That's one. It's not as a bad thing. I just never got. I guess I got too much melanin in my skin. But the other thing was that it just was browbeating. Like, you sound like, and I'm going.
You sound like.
Then I make this. Then we always do this. I guess we use the pitch and the sell that we always show people, like we're the Howard Stern, the Opie and Anthony of wrestling talk, right? But it's something that we say because it's just stupid to say. Because to be honest, there's no naked women on our show as much as we would want to have that.
I mean, besides Cookie Monster.
I mean, bitch. I mean, you haven't been here in a while. You need to come back, bitch. But
you fake bitch.
You fake bitch. But
Besides that,
I mean, it's a tongue-in-cheek thing to say because to be honest, it's just a stupid tagline to say. We take this show as serious as we take fucking shit after we eat fucking Indian or Mexican food. That's how serious it gets. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking and poster board this shit like we're the fucking greatest coming of wrestling podcast. No, we are though. No, I can't say that. Yeah, we are though. We are. But no, it's more. You
gotta be on the humble though.
And then you gotta take the knee sometimes. But to be honest, to sit there and think that you're fucking elevated bigger than anybody else because you fucking pander and beg for donations because you live at home. You live at home with your roommate, quote unquote, for 15 years, with no woman in sight. And I was, and mind you, I wasn't supposed to go on this rant, but it was more about It's more about the whole.
In general, not just night.
Yeah, it is not. But in general, the whole thing is, we do the show because we love to do the show.
Right.
We love wrestling. We love being on the mic, and even so, as I rant and rave right now, I do it because I love the sound of my own fucking voice.
Right.
But
let's just be honest.
Let's be honest here. I mean, come on. But
be honest.
I mean, for individuals like him to believe that he's in such a grander scale than we are, it's like, motherfucker, you're in the same pool with us, swimming around in the same urine fucking laced water as the rest of the thousands upon thousands of podcasts that don't even fucking crack 25,000, 50,000 listeners an episode. So stop. You're not in a Learjet. You're not in a yacht. You're in the same fucking ferry boat going to the same fucking podcast river as the rest of us. So cut the fucking shit. But for us, we recognize our truth. You're lost and delusional. So take a little puff of your fucking hype pen and take an inhale your little hopium smoke to make it seem like you're bigger than you are. Because you're nothing but a fucking wigger. Fuck out of here. Other than that, welcome everybody to another episode of Turnbuckle Tabloid. I'm your host, the king of talk style, the cheap thrill, and as always, Mr. E to the Mad J, the Red Santa.
And I am the Mook with the mic. And due to a name change, I am now Mr. Funko Hub.
Mr. Funko Hub.
Thank you. Brand new name change, brand new logo. Make sure to check it out.
He brought it up for the new year, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check us out.
New dick pics.
Make sure. Well, that'll be on Cameo for $25 a pop. Make sure you check us out on all social media outlets. Check us out on the like group page. Polls are still going up. We'll be closing that out soon for the Tabby Awards. Thank you guys for who have been partaking in it, who've been voting.
I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten so much hate from the tabbies that like I just want to vote wrong every time. I want to choose wrong.
Good.
Like, since the beginning, I've gotten people message me like this guy Tony. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck is wrong with these ballots? Are terrible." I'm like, "All right, man, whatever."
Do they not know that this year's wrestling was terrible?
Yeah, this year was awful.
Yeah, exactly.
This year was awful.
Shit. You're. This is like picking the corn out of shit to figure out which one was the shiniest piece of corn.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad when we're looking at matches of the year and we're looking at cinematic, ladies and gentlemen. We have to, like, honestly, like we have to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, come on.
We're rough around the edges to this year. So, dog, cut that shit out.
So make sure you check us out on all those outlets on the social media, as in our Instagram at Turnbuckle Tabloid Podcast, as well as on Twitter at
Turnbuckle Tab.
And also be sure you check us out on the YouTube and Anchors, and as well as on TikTok at Turnbuckle Tabloid. We also have our podcasting outlets. Turnbuckle Tabloid. It's everywhere. Just Google it. It'll come up. There's so many podcasting outlets like iHeart, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Audible, Amazon Podcasts. We're everywhere. Hell, there's even rumblings going on that YouTube Music is going to be having podcasting soon. So most likely we'll be on there as well. I've seen it like on Deezer. I think not Deezer, on Acast. It's been a bunch of shit I saw this podcast on. So you can't sit there and say you can't find it. We're everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you check us out on those podcasting outlets. But if you can't, always make sure you check us out at RageWorksNetwork.com. RageWorksNetwork.com is where you find all the RageWorks podcasts that's under one umbrella. Unfortunately, until the last episode, because I always lead off with this, and it's going to be tough to kind of change it off, but until you can get it now. Call Me When It's Over, Black is the New Black, Trek Untold, Toys and Techs, and of course you get Turnbuckle Tabloid under that umbrella of RageWorksNetwork.com. And for the articles, you go to RageWorks.net. RageWorks.net has everything you want for all the things that we love in the culture, and that's the pop culture that we basically get our geek on. Comic books, TV shows, movies, video games is all under one umbrella. RageWorks.net. We do it for the culture, baby. Pop culture. So
hell yeah, man. RageWorks.
Congratulations to Prim, which is Big
What?
Little Brother D for winning fantasy football, the Turnbuckle Tabloid's fantasy football, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck
Olskey's like,
you.
Bafangul.
Bafangul.
Congratulations. No, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a conspiracy. My big little brother actually just did it on his own.
What does he win?
He wins I just won Turnbuckle Tabloid's fantasy football's t-shirt, and he gets his own replica championship belt. So there you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow, what a gift. What a prize.
And more. There's much going down for him as well. And I want to thank everybody who partook in the fantasy football. It was such a success. We're gonna have a good one again in the next coming years.
We gotta do an event to and give away that homicide shirt we made, son.
Yeah. Now that
Maybe people actually give a fuck.
He pretty much gave us permission because he did say that I could have actually sold it, but I was like, nah, I couldn't do that, man. You know, that was your shit. And plus it was more of a what you call it? It was a special thing. It was a kind of once in a lifetime opportunity thing for you to have. So if we do print it, it'll be like a novelty thing just as a giveaway.
A chase.
Yeah, I guess like a chase.
Like a chase.
But other than that, we got to go into our quick rant about this. Did you get your stimulus?
Nope.
You motherfuckers in government. $600. Jesus. Now listen.
That'll give you chips in a fucking handshake. Yo, rent's $1,200 a month.
Listen, I gotta say,
Trump's actually right for once. I actually hear something coming out of Trump's mouth that I agree with.
Fuck that. He's full of shit because he did that shit on purpose. He knew that the GOP wasn't going to pass the 2,000. He did it to make them look like shit. He did that to make them look like shit because they didn't back him. He knew that shit. So he said, fuck that. Since you didn't back me on overturning this election, I'm going to make you guys look like assholes. And look what happened. You got Pelosi who got her fucking her house vandalized. And you got bitch McConnell who got his shit fucking vandalized.
Well, don't you know that Mitch McConnell, wants to get rid of that 2-week stimulus because, I hate that Donald Trump lost and... Asshole.
With his fucking turkey goblet neck and shit, you fucking...
He sounds like a villain in Super Mario Bros. Like, he sounds like one of the Koopa Troopas. It's terrible.
It's fun. He knew what he was doing, but it's pitiful because you got other countries who are sitting there giving, and it's giblets what you're giving to us in comparison to fucking what other countries are giving, $2,000 a month. Oh, but they don't have as much people as we do. Even so, at least get a steady fucking balance for people who need it. Now, people are going to tell me right now, you know what? You need to shut the fuck up. Because what I'm about to say for this one, they're like, you need to shut the fuck up. Let me get my money. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. An individual like me, I don't need it. I work. I've still been able to work during this pandemic. I was lucky enough to have a job. You needed it when you was out of work, right? You don't really need it because you're back at work, right? You're working, right?
I'm working, yeah.
For people who kept steady work, they don't need it. You're giving away money to people who really don't need it.
Well, my mom said that they're giving the money out to people who make a certain amount of weight, like a certain amount.
Right, it's under. If you make under 75,000, they were giving it to you. But the fact that you made money, you weren't really hurt by the pandemic. You were still able to pay your rent, your bills. You were still able to cover bases. That's where I say the left part is really too fucking left because honestly,
you get a TV. Everybody gets a
it's
TV.
like no, it's not necessary. And I'm gonna be one to tell you, and I'm not being humble and shit. It's like, to be honest, there are people who really do need this fucking money.
Yep, people can't afford rent right now.
And those are the people who are out of work, who lost jobs and all. They needed that money. So you could have given a little bit more for those people because honestly, I'm not missing a meal. I'm blessed and I'm lucky enough to have been able to still have a job. I was
grateful.
I'm grateful to be able to have a job, pay my rent, pay my bills, still have that going on. There's motherfuckers out there who didn't miss a beat that extra $600 is gonna go buy the fucking TV that you've been waiting to get. That's all it was. It's ready to get that PS5. Once they able to fucking woo wee, I can get that PS5 once they ready to roll out again. Woo! That's what that is.
It, but like that's what I would do if I got the money. I would just save up and be like, all right, this money's going towards this Nintendo Switch 2 that's rumored to come out by the next year.
I laugh because fucking I can hear Little Bit's fucking voice in my head going, "You shut the fuck up, fuck off."
Give me my money.
You need to shut up.
Come on, man.
But it's true though. Like there's people out there that really
too left, can you? Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Of course you can.
Of course you can. You could be too right, so why can't you be too left? No,
I'm too middle.
But this is why we're having the problems, because what there should have been, and even in my case, because although I was able to pay my rent, but for the building in the whole where I live in, the apartment complex where I live in the whole, or for even people who have landlords or realty agencies or have to pay a mortgage, they should have held off on rent and given that money to individuals who rent to others.
Right.
Let the homeowners of for renters, let them get the money. I don't have to pay rent for 6 months. I'm good. The government covered my rent. I could hold my money and save up for the future in case I do need to in case something does happen. So let the government pay for everybody's rent or their mortgages. That would have been a bigger thing to do, if anything.
Right. That makes more sense.
Or give the relief to those who owe the back rent. Let that money go to paying off the back rent or that's owed. Give the relief there. But your measly $600 fucking dollars. I mean, granted, $600 is $600 to some people's household. That's just fucking groceries, bro. I know.
That's groceries, bro.
That's like 3 items at Whole Foods, man. Let's be honest.
Oh, God. That's like 2 at Stop and Shop.
You go to Trader Joe's, that's like fucking 6 bottles of wine. Let's be honest, man.
No, that's 1 bottle of wine.
Let's be for real.
That's nothing, bro. That's nothing, man.
But
that's chump change.
Other than that, man, it's just ridiculous with this fucking stimulus. And, this piece of shit just won't go away quietly.
Mitch McConnell, fucking hate everybody.
Doesn't he look like he got 2 fucking golf balls in his neck and
sounds like he was like Kirby and ate up a turkey and became one.
Oh, it's just horrible.
It's crazy that everyone believes that I hate Donald Trump because everyone deserves their $600, but I think $2,000 is a little too much. And
then people will go to his rally just to be a part of this shit to say, yes, he was right. We are owed $2,000. It's no stupid. He played you asshole.
Yeah.
You were never gonna get that $2,000. He knew that. You fucking dickheads. My poor little lambs, fucking being followed into the slaughterhouse because this fucking this sheep herder brought you in. You dumb fucks, idiots.
I'm done.
But other than that, on this episode we got Wrestling Rundown as well as Around the Square Circle. What's a little taste of what we have on Wrestling Rundown?
Well, someone made a Twitter account of Brody Lee Jr., so we're going to talk about that travesty. Unbelievable. There's another an article that was posted about Brody Lee's death that the wife responded to that is once again disgusting. We have an update on a few wrestlers possibly returning to WWE, and the Royal Rumble's right around the corner.
Oh, yes.
Back.
You know what that means. You know what that means. You know what that means. You know what that means.
People are already saying that the main rumor is that Edge will be winning the Royal Rumble, but we will find out. We will find out because now it's officially 2021.
Oh, so we have an Around the Square Circle, an emotional Around the Square Circle. We have that epic, heart-wrenching episode of AEW Dynamite this week.
Not the wrestling.
No, not the wrestling. Just whatever. Everything around the wrestling. Just other than that. We also had Raw as well as Friday Night SmackDown, and leading up to we also had Wrestle Kingdom is coming up soon. Matter of fact, this weekend, and we also have what we listen to and watching wrestling. I actually was listening to a few podcasts this week, so I was catching up on some stuff there, and much more in store. So, guys, Stick around, don't go anywhere. We will return. Check you guys in a second.
Yo, what up, you dum-dums? It's your boy Teriyaki68, and I'm here to promote my new product. In case you don't know, Teriyaki's never been like this. 6'8" has always been straight lace, straight A student who has been able to excel in the highest and most prestigious level of education and is world renowned for my eloquent way of speaking and dictation. But yo, after I took this new toothbrush that y'all know in the hood, Teriyaki68 is a big fan and a promoter of Oral-B, So when I'm not out there telling dudes to go themselves or telling them to go suck I'm keeping my fronts clean and fresh with Oral-B, the toothbrush that keeps your hood gangster in your mouth, The one thing I couldn't stand is walking around in my hood with a stink mouth. The other thing I couldn't stand was walking around my hood and not being able to talk hood. So I needed Oral-B, my G, because that's what I use to make sure that all the things that I get popping that's coming out of my mouth is going to be legit fire when I'm on the microphone. So all you mother and you, and also you old ass can't eat and if you don't think this toothbrush is the best toothbrush for you and your peoples, you know what I'm saying? What, you don't believe me? You don't believe your boy Teriyaki68? Well, let me give you an example of what Oral-B, the product that I sponsor, that mouth utensil to not only keep you fresh and clean, but keep you hood in the hood. Let me tell you, my boy John is about to tell you guys how to keep it in his hood out there in Beverly Hills, California. So John, take it away. Let them know how to keep your mother G'd up in your neck of the woods, gangster.
Hi, I'm John from the streets of Beverly Hills, and when I found out that OBB was I don't want to curse, but the bee's knees, I knew I had to buy it for me and my great pals here in Beverly Hills. And once I used Oral-B, I became the most hygienic in Beverly Hills. All these Beverly Hills got nothing on me. Oral-B is the best thing I've ever bought, and all my in the hood know what's up with Oral-B, dog. And because my teeth are the whitest in the hood, they're as clean as Betty White's.
So if your breath smell like and you ain't got no peoples you can hang out with because you ain't got no swag and nobody in the hood fuck with you because you ain't got no gangster on you, and you feel as though that maybe you may be getting some a form of halitosis or some green film on your teeth, you might want to mess with Oral-B, my dude, because on some real that's the that will clean your mouth up and make you sound like a real OG hood, straight from Brooklyn, NYC, gangster all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So take it from me, Teriyaki68, your mans, you know what I mean? I might be doing a minute right now, but in some sense, I'm going to be doing my whole full with a clean mouth and holding my own. And if I have to, I'll carve up my Oral-B and make it a shank. You know what I'm saying, my That's what I do. Holla at me and holla at Oral-B, the toothbrush, not only to clean your mouth, but also keep you hood. Holla. Hey, yo, where the fuck is my money for this fucking commercial, man? Because on some G shit, I need my money for this fucking bail, man. I can get the fuck out of here because motherfuckers come in here and want to rape my ass and tear up my booty hole and shit. On some real shit. Teriyaki can't be in this shit for too long. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, son. And yo, and for the rest of y'all motherfuckers out there that think y'all can play me, yo, suck my dick. For guys, man, it is brought to you by
Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Ladies and gentlemen, the answer to your prayers is here. My name is Ariella Nix, and you are listening to the Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Turnbuckle Tabloid brings to you the tag team champions of the world, Jay the Red Santee, Matt Olskey, with Wrestling Rundown.
And of course, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you!
Surprise.
That's a great song, man. New song, new vibe. I like it.
What I'm gonna do is that I'll still keep the old one, but we're just doing a rotation because I have another one as well. We'll just do different shit every week. Yeah, we do.
Hey, that bass though.
Yeah, you know, we love that bass, man. Motherfucker, love that bass.
You're a man. You better rock that bass right.
We get on that. You gotta put the face too. That like you just smell something funky.
You smell that cheese in for someone's sock.
It smell like good. Got that good Gouda.
That Gouda.
That good Gouda. That good Gouda.
That Gouda. That shit smell different.
As always, I'm the Howard Stern of this segment to my Robin Ophelia Olskey Quivers. Olskey, take it away.
All right, the first piece of news we have this week in Wrestling Rundown is one that I'm actually pretty happy to hear. Okada this week was interviewed and said that he has been making a push to bring all wrestling companies together who to make one giant event with WWE, AEW, AAA, CMLL, New Japan all together. He goes, sounds pretty cool, don't you think? I think when the world calms down, I want to give back with other wrestling companies to all wrestling fans in the world who still support us even in this current situation. He also added that he wants to show how powerful professional wrestling is and how it could cheer up everyone with that power. He talked about wrestling in front of a limited crowd. He did the rundown there. But the main story is he wants to pitch a United Nations of Wrestling Companies show, and to benefit COVID-19 and for all that. What do you think? Is that a possibility?
It can be, but not with WWE. Because
I think everyone but WWE.
Everyone but WWE.
It could work. It could work. Imagine a Comic-Con for wrestling, but it's like all different shows together, like the ultimate crossover. Like when I was a kid, it was the Timmy Jimmy Power Hour from Nickelodeon. Imagine that.
Yeah, but you know what's the problem?
WWE is dicks.
Not only WWE, it goes to a point to where who do you put over? Because at the end,
I guess you'd either roll dice or you'd fucking just have a million false finishes.
Right, that's the shit. Because nobody wants to be the one that does the job. No, I
guess every show would pick their match to go over.
Right.
I'll take the tag match to highlight our tag division. Like, I guess they can make it work. But
because
WWE would not be on board with this shit. Why? I don't care.
Now, for fickle, as we always say, for fickle wrestling fans, right? Do we look at it as in a case where we'll say it's great that it's happening? That you look at the show in a whole as a show, as a wrestling event, or would you be particular and go, oh well, my guy didn't go over, or your guy sucks because he didn't go over, he didn't fucking win. Like, no. How would people look at it?
I would treat it as like I said, a giant Comic-Con for wrestling, WrestleCon. It would be a big event. Wins and losses wouldn't fucking matter. It would be all about let's see these dream matches. Let's make these dream matches happen. Let's see the entertainment, and let's have a good time. Not everything has to be about bragging rights.
Yeah.
Not everything has to be about bullshit and politics. At the end of the day, I'm just happy wrestling's still alive and breathing after this fucking year. This could have killed. This wrestling could have been right behind Broadway.
Yeah.
It really could have. So I'm happy it's still alive and breathing, and I like the positivity Okada's bringing to the table. I would love to see it happen. Don't think it's gonna happen, but I definitely see AEW opened to that opportunity. WWE, Vince, just scroll to the next page in the newspaper.
Yeah, that's It's wishful thinking, but if you really believe that WWE is going to be a part of that shit, try again.
Hey, if it makes them money, right?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
It has been confirmed that Sean Waltman, better known as X-Pac, has announced that he has been cured of hepatitis C hinting that he is cleared to he is officially clear. He is officially cleared to wrestle, and says he wants to have one more run.
Can you be cured? Yeah, I think you can be cured from Hep C.
Yes,
it's the other ones that you carry around like luggage. Hold on a second. I gotta look that up. Can you be cured from Hep C? Okay.
It says that he is. So I'm happy to announce that X-Pac is cured.
I wasn't sure whether I first of all, who even knew? I didn't know.
And now the world wants to know.
Yeah,
where will he end up?
Yes, you can be cured from Hep C. As per WebMD, the Hep C virus considered cured is the virus is not detected in your blood when measured with blood tests 3 months after treatment is completed. This is called sustained virologic response, and the data that you will stay virus-free indefinitely. Oh, okay.
Science, ladies and gentlemen, science.
Wonder where he got it from. You know, you get that shit from like tainted needles and sharing blood and shit like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
I did, and now unfortunately, fortunately he's better. So shouldn't we all be praising hallelujah?
I guess. The fuck.
Wow. Come on, man. But AEW's gonna sign him.
Yeah. Next up.
I'm not happy with you right now.
Sorry.
You don't want to put over X-Pac, son?
Why am I gonna put? I'll put over Shane Douglas. Then. How about that? What are they gonna do? They're gonna put X-Pac. If AEW signs is gonna be a booking agent that nobody's gonna use because apparently they don't use any of their agents anyway. So the fucking difference doesn't make. I ain't gonna front you. He would be a better signing like at NXT or some shit. That would be better.
Right. I mean,
he's not dumb.
I hope you know. I'm literally just ribbing you. I don't give a fuck about X-Pac.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, but to be honest, he would be better like at NXT or some shit like that. He's not stupid. He knows the business. He knows how. He knows the inside and out. But hey, congratulations, you're over Hep C. Next up,
Sabu. Let's go to Sabu.
Oh shit! You went from one to the other.
Sabu has announced that he is making his own book, and it was a few chapters have been leaked of the book, and it is entirely ribbing people, calling people out on bullshit, and I have to mention this because it's I can't without laughing. It's an autobiography called Scars, Silence, and Superglue. And it was originally published in February 2018, but there's a new version of the book, and let's just say he says fuck you to everybody who's done him wrong. He said fuck you to someone who fucked Teddy Hart. I don't have the quotes here, but Sabu being the most bitter you could possibly be. What do you think about? Did you see the article?
I saw a blurb of it, but me trying to get an understanding that Sabu writing and possibly knowing how to read in one sentence really would have like fucked my head up.
No. Sorry. Sabu said fuck everybody who treated the Iron Sheik wrong. Like he was going off. He was pissed.
Once again, there's no possible way that this is gonna be a fucking a barn burner of a fucking book.
I kind of want to read it.
I mean,
terrible, bitter bullshit.
I'd rather listen to the audiobook. The audiobook will actually be fucking jokes.
You think he's gonna do it?
I hope. That's my bread and butter right there. That's what I would go for.
I'm fucking done. Yo, imagine
the Sabu audiobook. It'll be a lot of fuck that motherfucker, fuck that motherfucker too, and I got high with cocaine, and fuck that motherfucker too. You know what? Fuck him too. him hating on his drug dealers and shit like that. It'd be
But why at that age, right? You wouldn't think, hey, let me butcher everybody, let me go off. Like, come on, son.
How old is Sabu? Like,
Alexa, how old is Sabu? 56.
Sabu is 56.
Alexa, stop.
Sabu,
Thank you.
shit. The fact that she knew that.
The fact that she knew who Sabu was.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty crazy. I'm sorry to say it.
Like, really?
I'm sorry to say it. It's pretty crazy, man.
He's actually from. I didn't even know he was actually from New York. Oh shit.
Really?
Yeah,
he's not from Arabian Nights.
No, he's actually from
That sounded wrong.
No, his uncle was the Sheik, so I mean.
And come on, I'm just saying he's not from Agrabah.
No, he's actually from Staten Island originally. That's
Staten Island.
Mad random, right? He's from fucking Staten Island. It's like, all right.
I thought like
you would think that he was from
Agrabah.
All right, he's from Persia. He's from Persia. It's like, there's no Persia. What are you talking about? There's no such thing.
Oh my god.
Shazam!
As we all know, this week we lost Brody Lee, and I have the more unfortunate news to announce that someone made a Twitter account for his son, Brody Lee Jr., posting pictures of the kid and the mom saying, "I love my mommy," acting like the son, and the mom responded already saying how dark and twisted of a person you need to be to do something like this. And of course, other wrestlers have defended the wife as well, the widow. Red, let me ask you this: did you meet this person at your psych hospital or what?
He should be there though. He should be there for a fucking evaluation. Who the fuck takes the time to do that?
That might be the saddest part of this whole story in general. That people think that's the right thing to do.
That's insane. Who takes the time to do that? That doesn't. I mean, there's not enough time in a day for me to sit there and go, you know who I should make a social media of? Brody Lee Jr.
The kid, like,
that's
really
a weird fucking mindset to be in. I don't understand that. That really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, I personally don't get it. I think it's sad. I think it's desperate for clout, which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate in 2021. You know, I'm sick and tired of everyone with these clout chasing bullshit.
But
like
people go sick fuckers that do that shit. That's fucking insane.
Absolutely. So I mean, listen, like EC Negro won $10,000 at the casino this week, and now we have this guy making bullshit Twitter. So
hey,
you know, what a world.
Now I get to give it on blowing hookers this weekend. Ha 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 ha.
Good Lord.
And no masks.
91. That's awesome.
I'm not buying a damn mask with any of this money.
Exactly.
Just a few side stories. Sami Callihan has re-signed with Impact Wrestling. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's a good signing. It's good for him. He says
he could have branched out to maybe somewhere else. I like him at Impact right now.
Nah, he's fine. He
could have went to Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but he still might be able to do it. And plus, him staying at Impact doesn't mean that he won't show up at AEW. You know, cross branding.
Right, absolutely. Next story. Let's go quickly, and then we'll finish it off with the last story. Which Red, I want you to. Well, of course, you have your stuff to do.
You're a real idiot. You know that.
What's another story here? Another story. Oh yes, Booker T tells on his podcast that Sting should not wrestle even cinematic matches as it might kill him. But then the week later, Booker T posts that he's ready to get back in the ring at his age, looking swole. What do you think? What do you think about the hypocrisy of that?
Ask Siri, how old is Booker T?
Hey Alexa, how old is Booker T?
Booker Huffman is 55 years old.
55.
Him and fucking Sabu should have the same book.
Him and Sabu. What do you think about Booker T telling Sting to not wrestle, but then posts a picture that he's ready to wrestle again? I don't know.
I mean, there's a difference.
Booker T's known for doing that bullshit, though.
Yeah, but there's a difference, though, because Book, at least, you know, he's still in shape somewhat. You know, nobody's going to be like Billy Gunn.
He doesn't have a condition where if he drops on his neck one more time, he gets paralyzed.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. But then, you know, you got to think about it, too. Like, fucking, you know, when you look at guys like PCO and fucking and Billy Gunn, those motherfuckers are like freaks of nature when it comes to that shit.
the Rock and Roll Express, man.
All right, let's not go there.
Oh, come on, man.
No, let's not go there. God, that drop kick, I almost fucking died for them when we saw that shit. I was like, shit.
I almost died for them.
And then for him to have the nerve to do a fucking Canadian Destroyer, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, my son did a Canadian Destroyer, dog. You don't
and
like
he
that?
did a tope suicide. Like,
and he did a tope. And he did a tope.
I mean, Book is still, you know what I'm saying? He probably still got a couple of matches in him. It's not nothing too far-fetched. But Sting is different. That neck is going to be, woo. The cinematic match should be him fucking getting up and
going to the fridge.
No, fucking him getting up from his wheelchair to go take a shit and then come back.
Come on, man.
That the best match he has is fucking battling Metamucil. Let's see if he can fucking get over.
Come on, man. Don't give my man Sting so much hate, dog.
It's Sting! You don't
want to see him manage Darby Allin?
I mean, okay. But then, it's funny because we say that, but then after we saw him on AEW Dynamite give such a emotional fucking Brody Lee fucking an emotional Brody Lee fucking segment.
That was sarcasm.
Oh God, I mean, it was fucking heart wrenching the way that fucking Darby Allin explained how much he never got to wrestle him because he said, when I saw him, the first thing I said was, that guy, I have to wrestle. Right. That's what you said.
I'm not gonna lie, they didn't choose that. They didn't choose the right people to do the interviews.
Nah, we'll talk about it around the square circle. But no, they really didn't.
They chose people who barely worked with Brody.
Yeah, it's like, I would talk about it.
Guys like you would not have made it in my world. Not with things like this. And a knockoff diamond cutter.
All right, what a cheap heat right there.
Cheap heat.
Red, I'm tagging you in. What you got?
Brian Mitchell was fired from the PWTorch. Was that your main event?
That was my main event.
Oh, okay, so we'll get to it then. We'll go later.
No,
okay.
but go ahead. No. Say what you gotta say, then close it off.
No. We'll do the paint. We'll get to that main event. Don't worry about it. Okay. SmackDown had its big ratings this past week during Christmas with a 3.3 million views. Well, it was like 3.33 million, some shit like that. Views on Friday Night SmackDown, and although those are great numbers, that's ridiculous for a SmackDown.
It's better numbers than Ratatouille the musical.
I mean, yeah. And then the Grinch musical.
Susical.
But as great as it was, they pretty much did have a great lead-in, though. The NFL did help with that lead-in, though. Fucking Kimura scored 6 touchdowns that fucking game. Let's be fair.
Yeah, he was on my fantasy team, but it didn't matter.
It didn't matter, ladies and gentlemen.
It didn't matter.
But not to take away from it. That was big numbers for SmackDown that weekend. So kudos to them.
Right.
Zicky Dice to AEW. For you guys who don't know who Zicky Dice is, he was the television champ on NWA.
What a terrible name.
Yeah, we've always hated that name. But he's a charismatic dude.
All right.
He teased on social media, possibly NXT, with a photo of him in yellow and black colors. But his gimmick is not really sensible for the NXT kind of crowd. He's a little bit over the top. He's a little bit outlandish, and he could be a bit risque if you know what I mean.
He could be a mook.
Yeah, he could be the next Joey Ryan if you wanted him to be. So.
Okay.
So who knows? Most likely he will be because he's a free agent, so he probably most likely be leading to AEW.
What is he honestly gonna do? Honestly, I'm sorry. Like maybe I don't get the hype, but I don't give a fuck about Zicky Dice. I really don't.
He's like I say, he's not a bad wrestler though, but I don't know.
Like, is it sad that we're going to this length right now? It's like, hey, like, this year sucks, so we're actually thinking about Zicky Dice as a fucking possible recruit.
Oh no, right? Please.
Am I wrong to say that?
I mean, like I say, it's more about the gimmick. I mean, he can wrestle. He's a good wrestler, but it's not like he's fucking selling out the fucking bingo holes. Like it's not really that crazy.
That ain't happening. Well, listen, they signed Marco Stunt, so they'll sign anybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry to say that one.
Marty Jannetty once again on his rambling rants
no.
states that he was offered not one, but 2 porno movies starring Mia Khalifa, who's apparently she's back.
That?
Apparently Mia Khalifa's back.
No, she's not.
Yeah, apparently she's back in porn.
No, she's not.
She's not?
Believe me, I check every day. No, I'm kidding. No, she's not. She's not.
You didn't get the alert?
She's not. She's engaged. She's a part of a part of a sports podcast.
Yeah.
She just got into a big fight with Pornhub about them uploading her fucking videos, and she wants her videos erased from the fucking internet. Ain't gonna happen, bitch.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to do porn no more. No.
Let me tell you something. If it's gonna be taken off of Pornhub, it's definitely living in Reddit.
Yeah, but it's living in Reddit, and let me tell you something. Like, based on what I know, I don't think Mia Khalifa would have even accepted that. And old Marty Jannetty, I don't know, bro.
Really, he's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, he's done.
Which, by the way, is it bad that I have a Reddit and the only thing I follow on Reddit is porn?
Yes, that's kind of weird.
That's kind of weird, right?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I have a Reddit for like gaming news. Well, that tells you how much of a virgin I am. But still,
Yeah.
I don't even have a Reddit. I don't even have a Reddit account. I don't. I go on Reddit if there's like a special and like leaked bullshit of like a movie or like a game, like nothing crazy.
All
Not
right.
cool.
Reddit's
where all the free OnlyFans is at.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I be getting my search on. They still don't have shit.
I'm done.
Mick Foley has come down with COVID-19. He says he's been suffering from it and been in quarantine since December 18th. So
and Christmas is his favorite holiday.
Oh, I know he was fucking pissed. He said he got it during a virtual meet and greet. So I don't know how the fuck that happened, but okay. But get well soon, Mr. Foley. And I know he was. Well, you know what? Christmas is every fucking day. He dresses like a fucking Santa every fucking day, so it doesn't even matter. I mean, whatever. Bruce Pritchard says that fans don't like change, and the reason why they're not behind Raw is because they don't like the new and don't understand it. He said this on a podcast, and apparently he pitches the idea that the reason why Raw's ratings aren't doing well is because the fan base pretty much tend to the old style of wrestling and do not like when new and exciting ways of creativity presents themselves.
That's not true.
I'm a fan. Olskey's a fan, and I know a lot of people who are fans. No, they just don't like shit.
I just don't like bad programming.
It's
that
trash.
simple.
Regardless of what you tell me. Listen, I
Who'd
love
have thought, right?
I love the MCU. But Thor 1 and 2 weren't really that good to me.
Thor 1 and 2 sucked.
Yeah,
okay.
They weren't really that good to me. Let's just be honest. But yeah, as wrestling fans, we know what's not good, and Raw has not been good.
Raw's been terrible. Raw's been like.
Speaking of WWE, some talents are passing on re-signing with WWE. Many of the talents there are waiting out to see how the landscape changes during this pandemic. Hopefully everything clears up where everything opens up for the market and the businesses. So they're leaving their options open to other opportunities. If not, it is what it is. It's a roll of the dice. A lot of these guys are just like, they don't give a fuck. Look at Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods is sharing pictures on fucking social media with Brody and saying shit about Brody Lee and all this stuff. So is everybody else. And they're like, you know what? Fucking fire me. Like, who gives a fuck? Fuck this company. I don't give a shit.
Fuck this place. I'm out.
Yeah. They're sharing the photos or the moments in AEW. Fucking Adam Cole was at AEW's New Year's Eve party.
Yeah,
so.
And he fucking lost to Brody Lee Jr.
Yeah, so they're like, they don't give a fuck. They're like, fuck this company. What are you going to do? You going to fire me? You fire... Xavier Woods is like, I got a job lined up, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's good.
I have what's the G4?
Yeah, he's gonna be at G4. AJ, excuse me. AJ should be another one that's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm 40-something years old. My career is over, and if I wanted to, I could go anywhere in the world.
AJ's done. He even said in a recent interview, he's like, listen, like, at the end of the day, I'm a true believer in following the team captain. That's Vince. He goes, so you know what? I have a few more years left in the tank. He goes, and I'm not gonna fucking tarnish that because of some bullshit.
Yeah, so he's like, these guys like, fuck it, it's whatever. You sign me, you sign me. If not, we'll fucking go somewhere else. We'll be part of the Good Brothers fucking promotion and shit. And yeah, that's it for me. I'll tag you back in for the closing out.
Oh well, shit. I thought that you had the news about me being naked.
No, you walking around in your fucking boxes on the video stream. It's like, dude, make sure you put the fucking the car back in its garage. Shit.
Come
Close
on,
the door, sir.
I know you like that shit.
Close the door, sir. Nobody wants to see a little convertible. Close the door, sir.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So let's close it out.
All right. So I don't know if this is the same article as what you have, but a reporter got fired from making an article saying that the wife is hiding something. Is that the same thing?
Yeah. Bruce Mitchell, formerly of the PWTorch. If you guys don't know, the PWTorch has been
name.
But Pro Wrestling Torch. It's been around for years. I mean, like
No, I'm talking about Bruce Mitchell.
35
Sounds like fucking manager of Abyss.
For like 30. Oh, James Mitchell. It's been around for like 30, 35, 30. Something. It's been around for a long time. It's actually a really good wrestling source. They even go out to indie federations and such. I remember them coming to House of Glory and shit like that. So they're very in tune and very connected with the wrestling fan base. They also been the ones that really track wrestling down to its the finest. You could go to them and know who won in Madison Square Garden in 1976 on April the 3rd.
So Jim Cornette kind of people.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy their wrestling knowledge, and kudos to them. I would read them more than I would read Meltzer. And
you saw Meltzer wants Tony Khan to do a Brody Lee tournament every year and for the holidays now, right? I think that's a little too much.
Listen, okay, you know what? I'll talk about it when we get to Around the Square Circle, because there is some comments that I was listening to with Eric Bischoff, and Eric Bischoff is another one that's not a fucking Meltzer fan. No, I'll touch up on that in a sec. But so apparently the man writes an article about the death of Brody Lee, but he also goes into detail into why, or his belief on why it was mentioned that he died of non-COVID illness. And right? So many in the wrestling industry, talent and people in the back alike, believe that this was in poor taste. This was very tacky for him to do. Granted, I believe so as well. As you know, as fucking as much of an asshole I can be. And you know, as much people thought it was, the first thing you said was, "Oh shit, did he die of COVID?" Because you heard, you know, of what he, you know, pretty much the synopsis of what he died of lung infection. Everybody's like, "Oh, you know, was it from COVID?" You don't fucking write it. You don't fucking put it out.
Post it.
Especially like the day after the man dies, 2 days after the man dies, you don't fucking post it.
How sad? Yeah, that's bad.
I mean, let's be clear about this. Maybe if you wanted to write it up a couple of months after, if you did your research, maybe you wanted to put it as an editorial piece of maybe saying that who knows what he passed away from, because you know there's so much going on at the time. We could only hope that he didn't die from COVID-related issues and stuff like that. Maybe you wanted to do that. But in his article, he deemed it as though that there was a big cover-up by AEW and the widow Brody Lee that he died of this, COVID. When they basically just denied it and said, no, this is not what happened. Jim Ross on his podcast had mentioned that he had Brody was riding on his Peloton, in which he was doing was his constant workout. And he wasn't feeling right. He wasn't breathing right. And he fell ill and went to the hospital, and they had him on the machines and such. They took him off the machines because they felt that if he was off the machines, then he would find a way, as they would phrase it, this would be the hope that he would kick out.
Right.
But it didn't, unfortunately that didn't occur because his lungs were damaged that bad. But you don't write in a fucking article after the man dies that, the assumption of the possibility that this was COVID related.
How dare you? Honestly, what kind of a human being are you? And a bunch of wrestlers went off on the article. He got fired. He lost his job because of it.
But you know what? Though I'm mad that he lost his job over it because he at the end of the day he's a journalist and he does have a
right. I think firing him was a little too strong.
Yeah, he has he has as a journalist, you do put it out there. And like I said, you don't put it out there now. You could have waited. I blame the editor because the editor should have fucking stopped it and be like, dude, I don't think this is the right time to put this out.
Right. They could have stopped it before
the
it was
editor. And the editor is possibly one of his closest friends, who's one of the guys that runs PWTorch. Of course, he wasn't going to fire himself. So Bruce Mitchell gets hit with the shrapnel because, of course, he's the one that fucking shot the gun. I believe that this guy's going to get fucking rehired probably in the next couple of months once the fucking heat dies down.
Of course, when they forget his name, he'll be back.
Or he'll go to fucking Meltzer or fucking hire him at... Nah, he won't because it's such an AEW ass can say he won't fucking go to Wrestling Observer. Yeah, he's not going over there. But, yeah, I mean, it's just silly. Like, dude, you could have actually waited to done it. You could have done it as an expose later down in a couple of months. You didn't have to fucking do it now. It was just dumb. But other than that, that's my thought on the take.
Yeah, I think it was wrong timing, wrong everything. Fucking honestly, the worst thing to write. Like, come on, son, you know better, bruh. But like I said, he could have been stopped at the finish line by the higher ups, and he didn't, and now he had to suffer for it. So it's all about timing, ladies and gentlemen, and that was bad timing. So, yeah, I'm tapping out. I'm good.
All right, guys, when we come back, we have Around the Square Circle. We have what we watched and listened to in wrestling. We also have our viewing of what's going down in the upcoming, the past week, and also the upcoming Wrestle Kingdom that's occurring. And, hopefully this is a good day. It's a two-night event again. They're doing it for 2 nights in a row again.
I'm okay with that.
And,
I prefer it that way.
Yeah, because fucking Wrestle Kingdom is like, it's way too fucking long.
I hope WrestleMania is 2 nights again.
That wouldn't be bad, though.
I liked it.
Yeah, I did, too. As a matter of fact, I got to start looking into my days off because I really need to find out if I'm going to be off from Rumble and Mania. So, guys,
gotta prep up.
Don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll be back. Check you guys in a minute.
This is Matt Ryan, executive producer of Capital Wrestling and producer for Major League Wrestling, and you're listening to the Turnbuckle Tabloid.
Shit sound like some Avenged Sevenfold kind of shit.
Yeah, this is straight from Sinister Gates. Gates and SoundCloud. Yeah, that's straight out of Sinister Gates' SoundCloud right there, bro.
Around the Square Circle, ladies and gentlemen. What's upcoming in wrestling? What we watched, what we listened to, and what's going on?
What a week!
What a week! What a week, ladies and gentlemen. Emotional roller coaster up and down the line.
Yeah, man, sad week for most of the wrestling world. It was, everything got put into the back burner when it came to the wrestling. It was more about the celebration of Brody Lee, of course, this week. People were not happy with the tribute show from WWE, and I'll be the first one to say, can you shut up?
Yeah, I was thinking the same shit.
Honestly, like, Brian Myers, I'm going to call you out first. Because I have to. You're a dick, right? The guy just passed away, and you're rating tribute shows like a fucking a bitch on Bumble. What are you doing?
Listen.
What do you think WWE? What do you expect WWE to do?
It's
Throw a fucking fiesta for their ex?
Yeah, exactly. It's like celebrating your ex-wife's fucking birthday. It's like, who does that? What are you doing?
They knew that it was AEW's position to do that kind of stuff.
Right.
But like, what the fuck is going? You reviewing shows like it's a fucking bitch on Bumble. Honestly, son, this one was great. Had a good pyro. Who are you? Who are you?
Like I said, I don't.
And it's sad because the theme on social media all week was did the tribute show get the Brian Myers approval? I don't care if it did. Who cares?
Right.
What matters is that we're celebrating the life of Brody Lee. He was taken from us too soon, and he was a fucking major influence in the wrestling world. He was he was a great performer, and that's what it's about. Not the glitz, not the glamour. Oh, WWE didn't do a 10-bell salute. Shame on them. Motherfucker, you do realize that's AEW's position, right?
Yeah, damn it if you do, damn it if you don't. Because if WWE did it, and they'd be like, "Oh, you're a fucking hypocrite. You guys fired him. You got rid of him." And then they do it. You don't do it. It's like, "Oh, look, they didn't give a fuck about him. That was fucked up how they did. They just did that, and that was it." It's like, come on, man. What the fuck what more can you do?
Obviously more, because these guys are fucking picky and childish. It honestly bothered me this week. Instead of seeing, which by the way, 99% of the outpour on social media was positive. It was all love. It was all good stories, great vibes. But Brian, you gotta fucking ruin it. Honestly, you gotta ruin it. You have to make it about you, and that's what it's about. Which I think actually. That's your current. I think that's actually your running theme for this week. Why make it about you when it's about Brody?
Yeah, that's all it is. It's basically it's a celebration of life, a way that people could show their outpouring love and support for the family and give this man the recognition that he deserved in life and in death. But come on, did you really fucking sit there and believe that WWE was going to do this? I hope you're not predictable, and if the time is right, I hope you have.
Oh, that's a Matt Travis song.
They're not going to sit there and do that, man. Come on,
it wasn't their place to do it. Right. That would be overstepping AEW. He's a part of AEW's team.
So
that's like Stone Cold passing away. Unfortunately, knock on wood, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, throwing a random wrestler out there. That's like him passing away, and ECW does the 10-bell salute because he was in the company for like 4 months. No.
But as the wrestlers did their own tribute, and that's what matters.
That's what matters. It's not about you, Brian Myers. It's not about you, WWE. It's about a person who is an amazing influence in the wrestling business, and a wife who just lost her husband, and a kid who lost his dad.
Well,
That's what it's about. 2 kids. Yeah. It's not about fucking you, Brian Myers, grading everyone's fucking tributes, okay? Get your head out of your ass, honestly. That shit pissed me off, dude.
All right, so we'll start off quickly with Wrestle Kingdom 15 going on January 4th and the 5th. You guys can get that on the New Japan streaming site.
It's already here. God damn it.
Whatever the other shit you're going to be doing. So I know, right? So that fast. Let me see. The 4th and the 5th would be... I'll be watching it at work tomorrow night, and then I'll be watching it at home the following night.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Just quickly, New Japan Rambo is a 22-man, pretty much a battle royal. It's a Rambo to determine who will be the provisional KOPW 2021 trophy, who will win that on night 2. We got Himuro Takanashi going up against El Fantasmo. That's actually gonna be a pretty good match.
Yeah, sounds good.
That will be the winner goes up against the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Oh no!
Night 2. What's up?
Larry King has COVID.
Larry King? Oh
yeah.
Shit.
Oh no.
Let me tell you.
And I say oh no because of his age.
Yeah,
because
he's 106. I mean,
he's 106.
Oh shit.
No.
Let me tell you something, man. Out there in California, it's crazy, man. Like,
yeah, because no one gives a fuck.
Out there, bananas. It's a whole nother world out there.
And he's hospitalized. Oh no.
That's crazy.
Oh no. He's 87.
Tag team match for the IWGP Championship. You have the tag team championship. You have the Dangerous Checkers. That's Tachi and Zack Sabre Jr. going up against the Gorillas of Destiny. Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla.
He needs to get that hair back though. That
You
fucking
think
that
so?
new look looks terrible. That new look
know.
looks trash.
I don't know.
I don't fuck.
I like the Dominican look. You kind of rock with him.
He reminded me of like when Jey Uso and cut their hair, son. Nah, I'm good.
In a singles match for the IWGP United States Championship Challenge Rights Certificate, Kenta, who owns the certificate, is going up against Kojima, which is going to be another match, which I still believe that Kenta's going to be showing up on AEW soon. I really believe so.
Oh, all right.
You got Tanahashi going up against Great Okan. Shusuke Okada going against Will Ospreay, which is going to be a great match.
Something a bagger.
And for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and IWGP Intercontinental Championship, which...
Winner takes all!
Winner takes all. You have Naito versus Kota Ibushi. That's on night one. That card is...
I got Ibushi.
It's got to be. He's been old for a long time.
He's the future, man.
Yeah. Well, the future. What are you talking about? This man's been wrestling for a minute, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he's so young.
And
Kota Ibushi's like my age.
And night two, you have the Queen's Quest. It's a 6-woman tag match, which basically is a Stardom exhibition match. It's I think it's probably the first time ever, I think it's the first time ever that women are wrestling in Wrestle Kingdom. So
all right,
that'll be interesting.
I'm excited for that terrible match. No, I'm kidding.
It's also they also have a tag team match as well on the card. You have the follow up from night one, which will be for the provisional KOPW 2021 trophy. That'll be the third match on the card. You also got Suzuki Gun going up against 108, and that's for the tag team IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. I like those junior heavyweight tags. They're usually fast paced. They don't really run that long. They, a lot of the interaction and the grappling is quick, up tempo. I'm usually a fan of watching those tag matches.
Good, man. I'm happy to hear it. Sounds like a good show.
You got Shingo Tagi versus Jeff Cobb, which is going to be for the Never Openweight Championship, which is that's going to be a bang. I think Cobb is going to actually pull that one out. Evil versus Sonata, which is the match between two former members of Ingonables de Japón.
What a fucking name that is.
Ingonables de Japón. And also we have Ishimori versus the winner of Takahashi and Phantasmo, which is going to be a great match as well. That little dude is stacked though. Shimori's like a little powerhouse. It's like a M80 firework, bro.
A firecracker.
Yeah. And then finally, the winner out of Naito and Ibushi will go up against Jay White for the IWGP Heavyweight and IWGP Intercontinental Championship.
I don't know about you. I want to see Jay White and Ibushi, man. That sounds fucking great.
I do want to see Jay White win. The only thing about with Naito not winning is because he didn't really have a good run because of COVID, so he really didn't get to enjoy his run with the championships. But either way, there will turn out to be great matches nonetheless. And
let me ask you this: Are they gonna have a full audience there? They're better over there, right?
No, they're actually talking about that they might start restrictions again.
No.
Yeah, there might be some restrictions again. So who knows?
This is never gonna end, is it?
It will, if you don't have fuckers flying all over the country back and forth to other parts of the world when people could just say
people preaching free the face. How dare you?
Stay your ass home, get better, and then you can fly the fuck around. Cut the shit out. So that closes out the 2 nights. We'll do a quick review on next week. And most likely, I don't know, maybe we get Henry to call in because he's a guy who was into the.
Well, Rondo's in Japan.
Oh, Rondo as well.
Rondo's big into Japan too.
We'll have those two guys call in to see we have the discussion.
The Japan roundabout.
The rub. So what we
the rub.
What we listened to this week, I was listening to 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff, and they were discussing the Starrcade from 2000, and as well as Bischoff was also going through mean tweets, people who was bashing him on fucking on Twitter, and he buried T-Bar. That shit was fucking hilarious. But
I'm done.
he made a clear statement, which I kind of been saying for a while, but he helped to pretty much confirm it on the thoughts of Dave Meltzer. He says for years, Meltzer's always been a man who would, pretty much shine up the boys that he felt he liked, but they were also guys who fucking fed him information. Quid pro quo, as they say in the political field. You wash my back, I'll scratch yours, or your balls, or your ass, whatever the fuck it is that the fucking
your taint.
The quote is. But yeah, it's pretty much that. He's that guy, and that's what he's been doing with AEW, big time. AEW feeds him all this content, information, and news stories, and he fucking puts them over. And the first guys who've been doing it was Kenny and fucking the Young Bucks. They thought that he was the outlet to help them push his fucking push their promotion and their agenda. But in all reality, Meltzer looks like an ass because you're 50-something years old. Ask Siri or Alexa, how old is Dave Meltzer?
Alexa, how old is Dave Meltzer?
Dave Meltzer is 61 years
61.
You're 61 years
Alexa,
old.
stop.
You're 61 years old, and you're putting over this promotion as though you're a fucking 23-year-old stoner. This shit,
like you're a 21-year-old stoner.
I laugh because this week, my night off was on Wednesday, so I was able to watch NXT in that fucking emotional, draining episode of AEW.
NXT wasn't that bad.
NXT wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. But I was watching an emotionally wrenched episode of AEW with super producer Selly, and she really hasn't watched wrestling with me in some time, but she catches up on watching clips and stuff on YouTube and such. And we were discussing wrestling, and she said, she was telling me, she goes, I really don't like watching WWE anymore. And I asked her why. She goes, because it's not exciting. Their stuff really doesn't make sense anymore. She goes, I don't get it. She says, I don't see the excitement. She says, but I do like watching AEW. So I go, why? And she says, it's fun. What they're doing is fun.
Right, it is fun.
And I get that. I understand that. And I don't take that away from the promotion. I understand that it's flippity flappity flee and all that stuff, and that's what they do.
Flippity flappity.
But to me being a wrestling enthusiast and me enjoying something in which should be making sense, things don't make sense. So just as much as WWE doesn't make sense, neither does fucking AEW. Quid pro quo Dave Meltzer, who fucking puts over AEW because they're more in out of the box wrestling promotion. It's like, no, it's only because they feed you information to help fucking fill up your Wrestling Observer articles. No, I don't see that.
It's all about clout, mooks.
Yeah. Other than that, was Cornette was as always Cornette. He was back in rare form this week because of he was out for a couple of weeks for the holidays, but
Hey, corny!
I'm not gonna sit there and bash this product because due to the untimely death of this young man, Jericho had a nice tribute to Brody Lee on his episode. They also had Evil Uno and such, and they were talking about what's gonna happen from here on out with the Dark Order. And he even made the mention when it's like I can't call it, but just to let you guys know, we are gonna stick together, but I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out. Which is
Hangman.
You know what's funny? I wouldn't even say I would go with either if we were gonna go booking it now or for long term. I would actually say fuck it, go Hardy or even go Jake the Snake.
Well, why not both?
Why not both?
Why don't you make your big toughs in Dark Order like Lance Archer and Matt Hardy?
Right,
I don't know.
because Lance was in a match with them, so you could slide that in easily.
Well, the whole story would be like Hangman finally accepts, and when he finally accepts, they go nah, and they fucking turn on him,
And
then
they take Lance Archer and shit.
You get Lance Archer with Jake the Snake. That would actually be pretty cool.
Right. But,
that would work.
Well, what did you get down on with this week?
Watched some Wrestling with Regret with Brian Zane going over the weekend wrestling. I like hearing his reviews on the shows. Big kiss ass, big kiss ass with AEW, but I'll give him the pass on this week, of course. It's just the way it is. Like I said, listen to some Cornette. He sounded re-energized, refueled. He sounded like a real dick. Again, I love when he the one thing I did enjoy this week was he went over the people who passed away this year.
Right. Yeah.
On the episode, that was pretty that was pretty good. And his I don't know if you've heard his review of the Inferno match at TLC. That
Oh
shit
my
is
God,
hilarious.
And listen, I get where he's coming from because once again, he's an old buck who really doesn't cater to the stuff. And like I said, it's stupid. It is dumb. I mean,
He doesn't get it is. But wrestling is dumb. Like, come on. Like the other day, wrestling is a goofy. Like,
but to me, with that match, I would have taken that match over the fucking Stadium Stampede shit because a lot of that shit, Stadium Stampede shit, a lot of that shit didn't make sense to me. But at least in this match, the Inferno match, I got it. And of course, it's like, you lit a man on fire. That's it. They basically just caused murder.
He's dead.
They caused murder on the scene. But I could also get as much as I bust their balls about the shit, I also get the idea of what they do with Hardy with the fucking disappearing act and shit like that.
Remember he saw disappearing and he just disappeared?
I was like, what the fuck? But, we also got to take it in that Hardy is not the Fiend because the Fiend is supposed to be this entity, this monster. Where Hardy's just, I don't know, he seems like a guy who's just off his medication. I don't know. It just seems like
he's off his meds.
Yeah. Which, by the way, someone posted in social media, was making the rounds, that they went, because I'm looking at a video of him now. Somebody was like, who made JD from NY a thing? Who made him a thing?
Oh, who put him over?
Yeah, who made him a thing? People are still perplexed on it. And to be honest, it's not jealousy, it's not envy. I say the same thing. It's like, what makes him a thing? I don't get it.
Well, he recently got relevant because he bashed WWE and he got in trouble from Alexa Bliss and everybody. So
yeah, but I'm saying that people make it seem like
because he's a loud fucking gweet like me, and he fucking rages. He's over because he rages. That's what it is.
That's what it is, right?
I don't want to listen to somebody who's gonna give me a quiet ASMR review of a show. I want someone to go off and make me laugh. Like you think he's really like that? No, it's a fucking gimmick. The dude goes off and there's no different of that in being in character. Like, Alexa, shut up.
I just want to make it seem as though if you're gonna talk the shit that you talk, I want to know how you handle yourself when somebody actually presses you in real life. Like, I want to see.
It's implorable that you put bologna on my sandwich.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about if you talking shit about a wrestler and then they press you, I want to see how you handle yourself.
It's a gimmick, brother.
Exactly. So,
it's a gimmick.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just I don't know. More power to you, man. But yeah, anything else?
Nope.
All right,
let's get into the week.
Let's get into the week.
All right, let's go straight to Monday Night Raw as we started off with Drew McIntyre opening the show with an in-ring promo talking about his incredible 2020, which I think it was. The dude is a superstar. He's the face of the company, in my opinion. Right? Him and Roman are the faces. They are the champions. Which, by the way, in my opinion, best duo of champions we've seen in WWE in quite a while. Usually there's one fuck up on the one brand, but we got a nice double banger with Drew and Roman. So
right,
made a good point there. It was announced that on this week we would get Sheamus and Keith Lee, and the winner of that match would face Drew McIntyre next week on Legends Night. And we had the match. The match actually started the show. We had Drew bring out a ref. Which, by the way, quick question: do you think Keith Lee is a good promo? Because I'm not gonna lie, his voice kind of annoys the fuck out of me. Like I don't know if that's how he really sounds, but
no, he doesn't sound. Well, he does sound like that, but
I can't believe you would do this to me.
You know what?
It's like you like Oogie Boogie, son.
And Oogie Boogie, that's a good one. No. I think I probably mentioned it before. When I was in theater classes and shit like that, they always tell you if you're learning a monologue or you're trying to recite a script and you haven't gotten it down the full thing memorized or the points memorized fully, to speak slower but yet articulate what you're trying to convey to the audience.
So just like Keith Lee.
Right, is what it is. And Randy was guilty of that for a while as well. So that can go with it. Plus, he also has this preacher kind of gimmick thing going on. So, yeah, I like passionate fucking Keith Lee. I don't like this very slow and contrite way of speaking. Yeah, so no, it needs to be worked on.
I'm cutting a promo on you.
Right.
It's like, all right, Keith, we get it. We had Keith Lee actually defeating Sheamus, though, from via Spirit Bomb to win and be the #1 contender next week for Legends Night. Red, as of right now, are we shaping up Sheamus and Drew for Royal Rumble or WrestleMania?
Sheamus and Drew?
I think Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Oh, Elimination Chamber.
Because I know Sheamus is gonna fuck him over next week. Like something's gonna happen next week. It's gonna be the cake topper. So yeah, we got that match. I actually really enjoyed Lee and Sheamus though. They're both aggressive as fuck, and the chemistry worked. Then we had Grand Metalik defeating The Miz as The Miz's downfall continues. Loses the Money in the Bank briefcase. Loses last week. And loses to Grand Metalik of all people, which it's funny because everyone says Grand Metalik is a jobber. The dude has an NXT Cruiserweight Championship match next week. So what does that tell you about that? The Miz, of course, lost by a sunset flip. He was pissed off, and him and Morrison raged to the back. After that, we had Shayna Baszler defeating Dana Brooke via submission. Is Dana Brooke ever going to be taken seriously?
No.
Unfortunately, right? What's missing with Dana Brooke? She has the physique. She has the. I don't think she has the looks. I think she's ugly. But people say she has the look. That she has the physique.
She looked better before that. That
plastic surgery she did was terrible.
They beat her face the fuck up. I'm not a fan of what they did.
What's the missing ingredient with Shayna with the Dana Brooke?
She's actually gotten better. When she first came out the gate, we bashed the shit out of her because she was horrible. But she's gotten better.
I also don't think that she's gotten better at her TV presence. I don't think she could cut a promo, and I don't think that I think she always looks nervous.
That I think that she fits better as a heel. I don't like face Dana.
Yeah, no, I don't know why and she's been face for quite some time. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Why not turn her? Why not do that switch? I think if there's anyone they should be turning face, it's Billie Kay.
Yeah.
On SmackDown, it fucking worked.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to do the switch, you could do that. But Shayna Baszler defeated Dana on this night.
Wait, Billie Kay?
Billie Kay.
No, I was thinking Peyton Royce should be a face.
No, Peyton Royce is.
Yeah, no.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Peyton Royce is not it, bro.
I don't know.
I like Peyton.
They love her. Peyton.
She needs to. I can't even say it out loud. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Billie Kay.
She looks terrible. I'm sorry. Everyone thinks Peyton's hot, and she turned into a twig because of that toning competition.
Right.
And ever since that, she just looks like a pretzel. I could snap her with a twig.
Nah, Billie Kay always should be a fucking heel. She's goofy as shit too, but it works for her.
That's what I'm saying. It could pull it off.
Yeah.
She could be like a tweener. She could be both. But Shayna with the Kirifuda clutch. After the match, of course. Baszler held on to the hold for quite some time with heel measure. Then we had AJ Styles versus Elias. We had the two big bodyguards standing tall. We had Omos and we had, of course, Jackson Riker. Which, by the way, Jackson Riker looks small compared to Omos. This fucking that shit's crazy.
Yeah, he's huge, huh?
The dude is like 8 feet tall.
But you know what sucks about that though? That's all he is. He's just big.
he's that dude that got recruited to the high school basketball team as a center because he was told like he can't score a layup for shit.
Yeah, he's just big.
He's just big. I have 3 names on top of my head from my high school who had that treatment. Pretty funny. But AJ Styles defeated Elias as expected with a phenomenal forearm. And this match actually was created because Styles was pissed that Elias was playing guitar backstage earlier in the night, saying almost couldn't listen to Mozart. What do you think about the terrible writing? Like that's such. Hey, so this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna have you guys start a match because your bodyguard's listening to Mozart because Elias's music and all that, and you're too loud. That's such lazy booking. Like I said, I think they said peace out until 2021. Honestly, am I wrong to say that?
No, it's just, what are you talking about? It's been peace out for fucking years, bro. I mean, honestly.
Peace out for years. Then we get a segment of Miz and Morrison on the stairs, fucking absolutely devastated about the past couple of nights, past week or two, losing the Money in the Bank briefcase. But guess what? The Miz was right all along. As Adam Pearce comes out and the Miz is granted his Money in the Bank briefcase once again, saying that Morrison cashed in that night and the Miz didn't. So it's back to Miz. I guess we get a second chance at life here, Red.
I tell you, and this is going to probably lead to
Miz winning at Rumble.
Maybe not, because it could be that he blows it and he'll still blame Morrison for it, and it might lead to them fucking breaking up.
In my opinion, they should save it until a certain. They should I don't know. There's a right time for it. I don't know if it's now, but I think the Miz could be champ for a little bit, man. Give him his WWE run, man. He's as the main guy. Shake things up.
He'll probably win the belt just so he could be on fucking Miz and more fucking Miz and Mrs. with it.
But shake things up. I prefer that though. Shake things up. Like I love Drew, but let's see a Miz heel run for a little bit. You know, you can't go wrong with it. You can't be mad at that. Angel Garza has a quick segment with the Rose. Everyone's saying it's going to be Eva Marie. I believe it as well. I think she'll come out next week.
She's gonna be his mouthpiece.
Yep, she's gonna be the manager, the valet for Angel Garza, and that's basically already confirmed. I can promise you on that. We had an 8-man tag match between the Hurt Business and the New Day and the Hardy Bros. What do you thought about that one? What do you think about the terrible promo work? I'm sorry, from Matt Riddle.
Oh, please, the kid. I don't know.
Munchies, man.
I think they're just sitting there and putting him in stupid fucking segments because they're trying to put over this gimmick of, hey, look, you know, we're trying to connect with the youth. No, you're not. It's awful.
Isn't it sad?
Move on.
Do you think Jeff Hardy's happy about this?
I think he's just waiting for his timeout so he can fucking leave. For real, I think he's just done.
It's not a bad idea on paper. Like Matt Riddle and Jeff Hardy kind of sound like a good team. To me, it doesn't sound that far fetched, but I'm looking at it on screen right now, and it just sounds like an absolute mess. This looks like a mess.
It's like a mess.
Jeff Hardy's the quiet hippie, and Matt Riddle's the fucking talkative stoner. Like that's what I'm getting off this team right now, and it's just.
All I need now is to see that fucking Jeff Hardy convinces him to go to fucking rehab or some shit.
That's coming soon.
Right.
That's coming soon. But we have an 8-man tag, and I think the Hurt Business actually ended up winning. Wait, hold on, I got you right now. I got you. Oh yeah, no, the Hurt Business won. New week, but same dominance as they said. Hurt Business closed out 2020 with a big victory. I hate 8-man tags, but anything with the Hurt Business I'm a fan of. So that's a check there. Bobby announces that he'll be in the Royal Rumble match. We're starting to get the Royal Rumble qualifications, guys. It's can you believe Royal Rumble's already? Can you believe WrestleMania is already a few months away? I feel like we just had our fucking pirate watch party on Facebook.
Yeah, I know, right?
Holy shit!
And guess what? We just might have to do it again.
We might have to do it again. Well, I'll come over. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, I with the new setup and how everything is, I believe I could get this up and running beautifully.
Oh yeah, you can get it going.
Yeah, I think I could get it going.
Awesome. So after the Hurt Business match, we got Ricochet versus Mustafa Ali, and Mustafa Ali wins again. Another Retribution victory. Red, does this mean anything?
The match was actually good. It was actually a fun match.
Well, listen, I get Mustafa Ali and Ricochet. I better get a good fucking match.
Is it gonna end up badly? Yeah, it's gonna end up badly. That fucking nobody really is gonna care what happens.
They're gonna give Ricochet a mask, and they're gonna fucking make him join the Hurt Retribution, bro.
Oh, even so, even if they don't, it ends badly because there's no big payoff to this. What
is the payoff? Like Ricochet joined the group, and it's like
but who gives a fuck if he joins the group or not?
It doesn't matter.
What it should have been was that he did like the 5 stages of Retribution where he fought each and every one of them until you got to Ali, and then Ali beat him cleanly.
Like the Mortal Kombat Tower.
Yeah, like some shit like that.
Well, didn't he hasn't that happened?
I didn't see that.
Last week he fought T-Bar. 2 weeks ago he fought Mace. I know he fought Snapjack 3 weeks ago.
No, you got to do it all in one shot.
Oh, all in one night.
Yeah, you got to do it all in one night.
Holy shit! That's asking for a lot, brother.
Hell yeah, but it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be a 20-minute fucking brouhaha.
He could beat Slapjack with a roll up.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah. I get where you're coming from.
You get Slapjack, you get Mace, and then you get T-Bar who will fucking sit there and wear his ass out the most.
Right.
And then finally, fucking Ali wins in like 2 minutes.
Picks up the filling, the trimming.
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali won with the Koji clutch. Really good finish. Ricochet going for his finisher, but then Mustafa Ali grabbed him for the submission. That was actually pretty fire. I really enjoyed the finish there. At the end, of course, I think Ricochet's going to join Retribution. He says no, and hits a face buster before leaving the ring. Okay, once again, I don't know what the payoff is here. I don't know where we're coming from. I don't know what the fucking payoff is. I'm still waiting for some sort of idea of what the fuck we're getting with this program, but we'll see. I guess we'll fucking see. Then we had on Raw, oh man, I can't even believe I'm saying this shit. We had Charlotte defeating. We had Charlotte and Nia Jax, but Charlotte defeated Nia by disqualification after an interference from Shayna Baszler. During the match, Asuka helped Flair by hitting Baszler with a spinning back fist. We got a few back and forth. Flair had Jax in the figure 8, but then Baszler slid in the ring and locked Flair in with the Kirifuda clutch for the DQ. What do you think about the pairing of Charlotte and Asuka so far? Because I think it is not only random, I think it's once again WWE throwing random chicks in a tag team and saying our tag division's great. It's really not.
I thought it was stupid. I really do. I just think it's just
dumb. Go ahead.
It's a dumb pairing because you got 2 stars who don't need it. Neither one needs it.
It's desperate. It sounds desperate to me, honestly.
And it goes once again to show that WWE doesn't have faith in women's tag teams. They just like put together these 2
or
people.
women's divisions in general,
right? And it's just one of those things that just says, look, let's put these 2. It builds up their title fucking count, but at the end of the day, when it comes to storyline, it doesn't make sense. You don't need to make them a tag team to fucking have them have a rivalry. It doesn't have to happen. Have faith in building up and creating tag teams. That's always been a problem with WWE.
Exactly, and it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Why is your women's champion? Why is the face of your women's division now caring more about a tag division when she's the head of the fucking table? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's random, and the effort is just not there. And finally, on Monday Night Raw, we had the Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton bullshit. Earlier on the night, we had Alexa's Playground, which, yikes, inviting Randy to the stage. Alexa Bliss and Randy go back and forth. She says that she will challenge Randy later on in the night, and that challenge was to do the same to me as you did to The Fiend. Light me on fire. Red, what do you thought about the main event segment? And once again, Raw with the terrible timing. I'll say what happened, and you can give me your response. Of course, Randy says that he wants to light her on fire, but because she wants to do it, she wants him to do it, he won't do it. Okay, this sounds like fifth grade bullshit. She puts the lighter fluid on the ring, leading a path to her. People made memes saying that, listen, I know Randy's cute, but not that cute. Which was fucking gross. You guys are fucking disgusting out there. And of course, the lights go out. Randy has the match, and the commentary team's yelling at him to not do it. And before we see anything happen, the camera cuts to black with the cliffhanger to end the Monday Night Raw. What do you thought?
Nobody ever saves anybody.
No one cares about each other.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about each other. I mean, have somebody from the back come out, grab Randy, have the security come out, show video of him about to light it, and then they run out and put the fire out or some shit. Like, show me something. Even if you do it on, I don't know, Twitter or some shit like that. Show that there was some kind of stoppage going on.
Right.
I mean, and then Alexa's promo was a little bit bland for me. She should have got a little bit more excited about it. Like, do it, burn me. Like, get into it because.
Right.
Like
and become the Harley Quinn you're supposed to be.
Yeah, you burn my man. You burn me too, motherfucker. Like, get into it. Like, come on. But
right. Well, that was Monday Night Raw. I thought it was better than the past couple of weeks, I'll tell you that much. It wasn't great, but it was okay. Let's go right into NXT. Why not AEW? I'm saving AEW for last this week, as we should. So NXT started off with Bronson Reed versus Isaiah Swerve Scott. Isaiah Swerve seeming like he's a full-on heel now. Wasn't a squash match, but of course they put my man Bronson Reed over in his...
I'm sorry. Wait, breaking news. Did you see the the graffiti that they did on Mitch McConnell's door?
Yes.
You could tell these fucking dumbasses. They need the money more than anything because they don't know how to spell wares.
Yeah, of course not. They're fucking terrible. They're fucking awful.
Oh my god.
Mitch McConnell, fucking the meme of the past 2 weeks, guys. Asshole. But like I said, it wasn't a squash match, but of course Bronson Reed picked up the win. The loss shouldn't hurt Isaiah. He'll be all right. But Bronson Reed looks like they're pushing him into 2021. Do you think Bronson Reed's a good pick for them to be pushing right now?
Yeah, he's that monster look. They need that right now.
Really,
yeah.
I agree.
I like him.
In no particular order, I'll go through the rest of NXT. You guys can fuck yourselves if you think I'm going to do this in order, because, fuck you. We had a Santos Escobar promo. He was talking about how William Regal is going to have trouble finding someone who could challenge him for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Then we had Lucha House Party come out. Lince Dorado and Gran Metalik. Dorado took exception to Escobar saying what Lucha is before 2/3 of the Lucha House Party.
Another motherfuckers who shouldn't be talking.
What happened?
You don't know what lucha is. There's something, and it's not even the accent. It's just they're bland. There's nothing in them. And I feel bad because those are my Latinos, and especially one of them is Puerto Rican. It's like, no.
They defeated Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Noah this week, and it earned Gran Metalik a Cruiserweight Championship match next week on NXT. I thought it was a fun surprise. Lucha House Party are Cruiserweights. They were in the Cruiserweight Classic, goddammit. And Metalik and Escobar sounds like a really good fucking match. I'm excited to see it. Then we had Mercedes Martinez squashing a poor soul this week. I don't even know the person's name, unfortunately. I'm glad I'm really happy they're leaning into her heel persona this time around. No nice bullshit. She's a badass, and that's how she's supposed to be. I think that they should just keep her alone. No Robert Stone gimmick, and just be a killer. I just think that's the direction they're going with, and I think that's where they should stay. What do you thought about Zia Lee and Boa's training being done this week? It's officially done, and they'll be returning to NXT next week. I'd say it's about damn time.
Yes,
but
please.
I'm starting to wonder if this is going to be good or not. What do you think about this shit? What are you expecting? Like Mulan type shit?
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know. I'm looking for their first matches and what it's supposed to be leading up to. So I can't really put anything out there just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Because I really want that. I really want them to see. Because Zia Lee, to be honest, she's not bad, but she's fucking dangerous in the ring though. Like she's hurt
like 5 broads.
Yeah, she could hurt a motherfucker in that ring. So I hope basically it's just they shined up that she should be a little bit more safer. Shit.
Right. Well, after that video package, we got a hype up video for Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley last woman standing match for next week. I thought it was pretty good. It tapped into everything that involves their feud, so I'm excited for that match next week. Unfortunately, guys, if you guys are expecting like a hype NXT review, listen, like AEW was the highlight this week. It was the tribute show. That's where people in my notes, people are in my review. Like I look up articles for reviews and opinions, and everyone literally said, "Sorry, guys, NXT took the back seat this week." It's just unfortunate. It's not in a ratings war way. It's in a sad way. No one wanted this to happen, of course, but just point that out. We had Pete Dunne defeating Roderick Strong in a match. Do you think that we're gonna get? This is what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking that Kyle O'Reilly wins this championship, this NXT title, and I think that we're gonna get Pete Dunne running. I think we're gonna get Pete Dunne. Regardless of who's the champion, if it's Kyle O'Reilly or Finn, I think Pete Dunne's the next in line. What do you think? The way him and Finn had that stare down this week, which I thought was really cool. He was like, "If you want to fight the champ, get in line." That whole thing was pretty cool.
Well, the look for me is that they're finally going to sit there and start putting together the possible exit of Undisputed Era, because as we announced, I don't know if you're going to announce it yet, that the Dusty Classic is starting in 2 weeks, and it's going to be Adam Cole and Roddy going for the tag title winning.
Well, that's switching it up.
Yeah. It's going to be Cole, so they're giving Kyle his singles push. Now,
him and Finn won the year-end award for Match of the Year, which you think it deserved Match of the Year?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I think it was definitely up there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, compared to what else was there, I think it was it's also you could also say that it was the one that still stayed fresh in people's minds, but it was still one of those that there wasn't really a bad hiccup in any of that match. So, but yeah, the aspect is to be at least give Kyle his at least one run with the belt, and then bring them up, or keep Kyle down there. Only 3 go up. That's the possibility as well, because
it's possible.
They might not bring all 4 up. They'll just bring Fish and Roddy with Cole. They'll have their tag team, and then they'll have Adam Cole as their lead. So
it's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible. It's possible. Anyway, like I love Kyle O'Reilly in the championship spot. I love Kyle O'Reilly with his singles run. I'm a fan of it. And it could work. It really can. Finn Balor, well, of course, brought he left his award, but he brought Kyle O'Reilly's award to give to him personally, and that created, of course, a segment between both of them talking shit to each other. He told Kyle O'Reilly that he doesn't need the award to remember the match. He has the hardware to do that. Nice. Not just the NXT title over his shoulder, but the 3 screws in his jaw. Really, really good promo this week. O'Reilly knew Finn's gesture was patronizing, blah, blah, blah. Of course, because it was a consolation prize. It wasn't the real prize. Strong promo from both men, amping up their match for next week. However, though, they were interrupted by Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Scarlett talking like a bitch witch with all this fucking weird language. Scarlett told the men in the ring that it doesn't matter who wins next week because the gold belongs to Karrion. Then we get Damian Priest coming out, and we get Damian Priest and Karrion Kross beating the living shit.
Sorry, I said something wrong. Go ahead.
I am not happy right now. Get the fuck... Yo, what are you doing right now, man?
Sorry. It was something I needed to share, yeah.
You watching porn right now? What are we doing? We're in the middle of a show.
Yes, I am.
I'm ashamed of you. Once again, that segment was to hype up both matches of Karrion and Damian and Finn and Kyle. Nothing crazy there. Johnny Gargano was worried coming into this week's North American title defense against my guy Leon Ruff. We had a championship rematch this week, and of course Johnny Gargano picks up the win.
Leon looked really good in that match, though, man. That kid,
What do you think about Leo? You think Leon Ruff is only missing some weight, some muscle?
Yeah, he's just got to put on maybe another 15, and he'll be all right. Because he'll still be able to move the way he does. So
right.
He looks good, man. He looked really, really good against Gargano. But just to go back with the whole the Damian Priest and Karrion Kross thing. Woo, those are some big boys out there that's ready to go throw down, man.
It's gonna be a horse fight, dog.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be slapping meats going on there. Some slapping of meats.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that shit.
Which, by the way, Bad Bunny made a song called Booker T, and Booker T is in the music video.
Great.
Come on, man. What are we
Booker
doing?
no sending up on the net. Booker no tina na seen that. Booker no tina na hauling them heat. I'm not that far off, though.
Not that far off. Then we had Breezango versus the Grizzled Young Vets. What do you thought about this tag match, man? Because I'm sorry, those nominees for Tag Team of the Year fucking sucked. They were so desperate.
Yeah, they were.
They chose Gallus as one of the nominees. I'm like, NXT UK's been closed all year, son. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's been
What are you doing, man?
Yeesh, yang.
They were pulling teeth for those fucking nominees.
Yo, but what the fuck isn't Grizzled Young Vets a heel?
Yeah, they're heels.
What the fuck is Everrise?
Face.
Are they? Because the referee went to stop them from coming into the ring, and then the referee said, "You know what? I'm not doing this. I don't know why you did that." Once again, dumb booking makes no sense. You go to stop them, then you don't stop them, and you say, "Fuck this, I'm leaving." Which, by the way, not to take away because she's a woman, but she was a woman. She held back a man from going into the ring. She better be built like fucking Eddie Brock when he gets Venom. You better be that brolic to hold a man back like him.
Right.
But she held him back, then she said, "You know what? I'm out of here." She walked out, and then Grizzled Young Vets went to walk towards Everrise, and they're like, no, wait. No. That's heelish shit.
Well, Everrise sucks, so I fucking can't stand Everrise.
No sense. See, doesn't make sense. None. Stupid.
I can't stand Everrise, yo. I really can't. Which, by the way, every single news source I get my info from, they say Everrise, who rules, by the way. They don't. I just don't fucking get it.
I think that's because that's their saying.
Someone said Everrise has slowly gone from "Who are these guys?" to two dudes I find hilarious every week. Oh, go fuck yourselves. Whatever. And I'm pretty sure that was NXT. I mean, it was pretty short. Like I said, AEW was the main thought this week. Most of NXT was just build up for next week. So, were you a fan of NXT this week?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good show. Like I said, it was.
I enjoyed some of the matches.
Yeah.
Let's go to SmackDown. Let's just skip right over AEW because we will be talking about AEW last. Of course, it will be the main event this week, as you guys could have assumed. Roman Reigns opened the show this week with an in-ring promo. Once again, opening with an in-ring promo. Can we ever open up with a fucking match? Never. He talks about how he talks about that everything he touches turns to gold, singling out Paul Heyman and Jey Uso as proof of this. Reigns said that he saved Heyman from being cast aside by WWE while elevating Uso to the best year of his career. Kevin Owens interrupts while Reigns objects, saying nobody cares what Owens has to say after losing to him twice. Owens says that his appearance on the show proves that Reigns and Uso failed in their attempts to destroy him. Owens made a passionate appeal to Adam Pearce to make the match happen between him and Uso. And, of course, they agree, and that'll be the main event, Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go over what else happened in WWE SmackDown this week. Let's go straight into the show. Big E defeated King Corbin via disqualification after an interference from Sami Zayn. Zayn was on commentary and ran in to break the pin after Big E hit the big ending on Corbin. Was Big E winning the IC championship too soon?
No.
Why do you say that?
No. It's right on
People,
time.
people are saying maybe Royal Rumble would have been a good time for him to get that moment.
No, they have to do something around the holidays, and then plus,
They always do a championship change for Christmas.
Yeah, and it's a bigger lead up to hopefully a bigger run for Mania. So either that or he has competition leading into to Mania for the belt. So
right.
Then plus, Sami chasing for the belt is actually pretty funny as well. So
I like it. It works.
It's entertaining for Sami to go after it.
Yeah, I agree. I like the whole Sami chasing him trying to get that baby back. You know, I'm okay with it. But of course the Lone Wolves ran in also attacking Big E, and then Apollo Crews comes out, someone we haven't seen in months, runs in to make the save. This of course led to a tag team match between Big E and Apollo Crews versus Sami Zayn and King Corbin, and we had Big E and Apollo Crews defeating Sami Zayn and King Corbin via pinfall after Apollo Crews picked up the win with the sit-down power bomb. Very happy to see Apollo Crews get the win there. Big E said he's going to issue an open challenge for the IC title next week, which Crews accepted. So we'll be getting Big E versus Apollo Crews next week for the IC belt. You excited for that?
Yeah, that's always a good lead. Good to see two of my peoples, my black folk, getting in that ring. Plus, it gives Apollo some
thing
momentum.
to do.
Well, yeah, that and some momentum.
Something to do.
Yeah.
Next, we had the Riot Squad defeating Tamina and Natalya. Of course, Billie Kay was supposed to be wrestling, but after she entered and was backed by Tamina, she was shoved aside in favor of Natalya. Billie Kay cannot get a job for her life. That's her gimmick. No matter what, she can't get a fucking job. Billie Kay attempted to manage the team instead, and when the momentum swung, Billie Kay ran to manage the Riot Squad, going to whatever team she thinks is going to win. And we had the Riot Squad defeating Tamina and Natalya via pinfall with the help of Billie Kay. Then we had Sonya Deville is back in WWE, ladies and gentlemen, as we had Sonya Deville making her return to Friday Night SmackDown.
I like her fit.
Do you think this could have been saved for Royal Rumble, or?
Nah.
Come on, we need some surprises for Royal Rumble, man.
Oh, there'll be some surprises, but Jesus.
Yeah, who? Mae Young?
She's
her
dead.
Corpse?
She's
yeah,
dead,
exactly.
Bro.
Her corpse?
No,
like the fuck? Come on, son.
No, she said no.
Imagine Sonya coming out of nowhere and eliminating Mandy Rose in the Rumble.
Listen,
Come on,
they need
son.
something. They need something for that build up, bro. They need something. Her fit was banging though. She got a nice outfit.
Yeah, she was dripping. We had Carmella and Bayley defeating Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks via pinfall. Red, I'm gonna pass this to you because I know you're over these random tag team conjunctions.
Baymella.
Fucking awful.
I once again, as much as I just said about I love my black people getting together to put a match, it's like, do we really have to put the black people together? We got Sasha and
yeah.
This is what we're doing. Come on. I mean, come on. I don't understand this. We don't really need this. Can't we just have these women fighting against each other separately? But once again, this is always this thing to where you have to book tag teams because you could get everybody on the show at one time. It's okay.
Right.
It's okay if I don't see anybody. Put them in a promo.
Right.
Have them in. And that's one thing I can say about AEW. I mean, there's a few things I can say AEW does right, but that's what I can say about AEW. I don't have to see you every week wrestling. I could anticipate that there's going to be a match coming up later on during the next couple of weeks. The build up. That's great. I don't have to see you every week. But this is what WWE does desperately, that they have to force everybody to be on the show at one time.
It's too much.
Yeah, you
it's
don't
like everyone
have to.
needs to be in the card. It's like, no.
You don't have to.
Carmella, of course, won by hitting Banks with a face buster, the worst finishing move in WWE history. But Carmella picked up the win. Her and Bayley on top this week in boring fashion. I thought the match was not that good, but once again, took the back seat this week. The Street Profits hosted a New Year's Day smoke-tacular. That's the wrong wording for that. They literally called it that, the smoke-tacular. What do you think about that innuendo of them smoking weed?
Listen, you trade New Day for Street Profits on your shows, and all you're doing is
like trading nothing.
Yes, you're getting the same shit.
It was an even swap,
Mhm.
honestly. It was an even swap. But during the celebration, they mocked Sami Zayn, Rude, and Ziggler. But then Rude and Ziggler run in, attack the SmackDown Tag Champs, and brutally attack Montez Ford's leg with a steel chair. That'll lead up to their Tag Team Championship match in the coming weeks.
Who the fuck knew that they were called the Dirty Dogs?
Who's called that?
Rude and fucking Ziggler.
Come on!
They're called the Dirty Dogs.
These names! These fucking names!
The Dirty
Can
Dogs.
you get any more bland?
You know where that's from? There's a I believe that's a New Kids on the Block song. I would not be surprised if fucking Dolph Ziggler was the one that came up with that shit.
Probably. I would not be surprised. Like, what the fuck, man? And then we got Daniel Bryan and Otis defeating Cesaro and Nakamura via submission. Okay, I don't know. Bryan won with the LeBell Lock, and the match didn't matter. I'm sorry.
I just looked it up on YouTube. Dirty Dog is it's when they were a little bit older, and it's their wannabe hardcore rap kind of shit. Oh God, it's awful.
Oh, fuck that.
Dirty Dog. Dirty Dog.
At the end of the match, I think Daniel Bryan and Otis and Gable did like the Three Amigos dance.
Ugh.
And you wonder why I don't have enthusiasm right now. Come on, like, what the fuck? And finally on SmackDown, we had Kevin Owens and Jey Uso. Kevin Owens beats Jey via pinfall. But of course, it ends with Roman beating the shit out of Kevin so badly that he actually got legitimately hurt. Shoot. Kevin Owens is actually injured right now. And it ended on that note. Roman on top, of course, as usual, with Kevin Owens injured.
Fun fact: Roman is undefeated in 2020, and now goes into 2021 undefeated.
And I think it'll say that he's getting the Brock treatment. Let's be honest, he's getting the Brock Lesnar treatment. Red, I'm gonna ask for your input a lot on this show, on this episode, on this fucking AEW one. Because number one, my voice is fucking burnt. I need to get water. And secondly, I know you had a lot to say about AEW this week, so go ahead, start it off.
First of all, I luckily I was off because, believe me, I would have ended up watching this, in clips, because when I work, sometimes I have to watch the show in clips and then go back and forth with it. But I have to say, thankfully, I was off, and watching this live was a fucking emotional train wreck. I mean, Jesus. From the beginning with the 10 bell salute and just the look on everybody's face was heartbreaking. Oh my God. It was almost as though, I swear, I thought I lost a fucking family member for a while. The black and white vignettes and promos that were cut by these guys, although some of them was like, you shouldn't fucking say anything. But, like Moxley. Moxley, I know, is a passionate dude, but it really doesn't come over that way and translate well on TV. I mean, I know he covered his face because he didn't want to show like he was like crying or his eyes was red and shit like that. But it's like, I don't know, when Moxley cuts a passionate promo is one thing, but it was just so... I don't know. He wouldn't have been the one I would have kicked it off with. But Moxley's he's the face of the company, and this is what we start off with. Leading up the opening match when we had.
What do you thought about the 10 bell salute with the wife and the kids in
front?
Like
I said, that was fucking heart wrenching. It was fucking painful, bro.
Did you cheer up at all throughout the entire night?
Yes, a couple of times. Yes.
I unfortunately I didn't, but I got emotional at the end. I did. I teared up once or twice at the end.
Oh, the fucking end was the fuck. Oh God, on the
I also
boots?
I know you teared up with the terrible opening match, which I didn't think it was that bad. But once again, maybe
awful.
I was under the influence.
Yeah, the match was fucking awful. But
come on,
the sentiment was fine. I get it. Cole, Colt Cabana coming into the ring killed me. He couldn't even hold it. It was
yeah.
awful.
Colt got me, man. Because I think Colt and Brody were like really good friends.
Well, they all came up and is in that circle in that indie circle run. Colt has hit every fucking independent promotion in the country, let alone the world. But in the country, he's been everywhere. The same could be said with Moxley and Eddie Kingston. These guys all were in that same circle. They all were rubbing shoulders and bumping fucking heads every weekend. So, I could see how they were, they were all close. Eddie's promo was fucking heart-wrenching when he's talking about, your dad isn't gone. If you still remember his teaching and his education that he gives you, he'll never be gone. He'll always, oh my God, that shit was fucking painful. But, that opening match was not good, but I get it because it was thrown together last minute. The whole point was to put these guys over, and it worked. I don't know. You still try to work an angle, and you get, trying to build some storyline to come out of it for the following week. I understand, but the match that first match was still like, ugh, whatever.
Yeah, man. We had Matt Hardy and Private Party versus Young Bucks and Colt Cabana, like you said. Young Bucks and Cabana won. I thought it was okay. I really did. I didn't think it was that bad, but according to you, you weren't a fan of it. What do you think about Chris Jericho on commentary this week?
Too much Jericho for me. Too much. Way too much Jericho. Yeah, it was way too much Jericho.
Yeah. Once again, which I want you. I'm gonna ask you to go a lot here because you gave me a lot of good points while we were on the phone. Like, why don't make it about you? It's not about you this week. Don't put yourself over. What do you? Chris Jericho, he talked a little too much. Let's just be fucking honest here.
Yeah.
After the match, we cut to Brody's kids cheering on Colt Cabana. Then the Acclaim come out. Of course, before they're about to start talking shit about the Dark Order, but then SCU come out and attack them. They get super kicks from the Young Bucks and elbows from Cabana, and we get a happy moment with the Dark Order, Part 1. Then we got Darby Allin talking about meeting Brody Lee for the first time, like you said, and he regrets not getting to wrestle him. Red, what do you thought about Darby Allin in more detail? What he said about Brody. Oh, come on.
Listen.
How do you interview somebody who met the guy once and was like, okay,
he shouldn't have been there. That shouldn't have been.
Colt Cabana deserved an interview time.
Exactly. You should have gave it to Colt. Let Colt have that time, not him.
It was a weird choice.
It's just it's still in a weird way. Still got to shine the next fucking person up.
Right. Right. It's still kind of weird. Yeah, I definitely noticed that a little bit.
Yeah.
We got Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, and Lance Archer. Lance Archer wearing that Luke Harper gear. I was so happy to see that.
Yeah, that was a beautiful thing. I like that.
That shit was fucking awesome. Versus Eddie Kingston, the Butcher, and the Blade. We have Eddie Kingston comes out, and before he's about to cut his heel promo, he literally starts breaking down.
Yeah.
He couldn't even finish his damn sentence, which that got me as well. Gave a shout out to Brody Lee, but said that without him, the Dark Order is nothing. And that they're going to get their asses kicked. They have a match. It ends with Grayson and Uno pinning the Blade. Dark Order triumph. Dark Order with the win, of course, in Brody Lee's honor. What do you thought about this match? A lot of 6-man tags this week.
Yeah, was it that? No, that wasn't it. I like the homage that Lance Archer made. This match was better than the first one. Another one that, man, it was just it was fucking heart wrenching, man. It's painful to see these things, man. But
yeah, man,
it was good to see, and hopefully, like this is probably the one that I said if you're gonna do angle wise, the Lance Archer, like we spoke about, maybe it's the swerve that he'll go to the Dark Order with Jake. That'll work better.
It's possible. But yeah, the match was. I thought the match was pretty good. Evil Uno and Stu.
It's probably the best I've ever seen that fucking guys work.
Yeah, they did great. They did great this week, and Lance Archer did equally as good. I was happy to see everyone get their shit in and truly honor Brody Lee this week. Then we have a video package about Brody Lee being a family man with commentary from Dax Harwood, Arn Anderson, Colt Cabana, and Bryce Remsburg. The referee, of all people, was sobbing.
Yeah, because he's a referee for Chikara, so he's been there for Brody's matches and such.
He said that Brody Lee should be on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling dads. Wow. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Like every single person I've heard from has said the one universal thing that Brody Lee was dad of the year, son.
But and we mentioned it last week. That was his thing when he was on the road, whether it was indie or not. It was him to go home to be with family. Then when his kids were born, he made sure that was his initial thing to do, was to be with his family. That they did him a favor by when they put him out for some time. They did him a favor. He was like, all right, you pay me to stay the fuck home? All right, cool. But,
right.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to know that, especially in this day and age when, back then being a dad was not easy in wrestling. You was on the road for fucking 300 days out of the year. Look at Ric Flair, Arn Anderson.
They all suffered with their relationships with their kids.
Jerry Lawler, Dusty, they all could tell you that they all suffered because of wrestling, man.
Yeah, it's truly it's rough. It's hard to see, but I'm happy that Brody tried his best to be the best dad he could. Then we had Hangman Page, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds versus MJF, Santana, and Ortiz. Quick on a funny note, we had MJF coming out in Boricua tights.
Yeah.
Red, you texted me automatically about this. What do you thought about the MJF saying "fuck you" to the kid, giving the kid the finger? What do you thought MJF's appearance? I think this is how a heel should do tribute shows. Still play the act and involve the family.
Listen, this guy he's white heat, meaning that's the hottest fucking heat that you can have anywhere, bro. The dude was throwing middle fingers to the son. The kid's father just passed away a couple of days ago, and he's throwing middle fingers up to the kid. I thought this was the
great.
Perfect way of getting it over.
The kid got the kendo stick shot.
Got it off. I thought it was fucking hilarious the way it went over.
Yep. It worked.
It worked perfectly.
And you know what? You know why I always said that match? Because that was an MJF I haven't seen in a long time. Man.
Yeah, he looked good too. It looked real good.
I haven't seen that asshole MJF kind of shit in quite a while.
The trunks killed me. I was like, he actually came out with the Boricua flag on his ass. That shit was jokes. He looked like he was straight out of fucking the 90s wrestling promotion out of Puerto Rico with that outfit.
Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo.
No, that's Dominican. It's not Santo Domingo. That's Dominican. That's different.
Watch your mouth, all right? I'm white. You know what I'm saying?
That's different.
Leave me and my potato salad alone.
Yeah, exactly. With fucking raisins in it.
That sounds disgusting.
That's gross. But the ending was the big fucking pop when Eric Redbeard came out.
Rowan with the save.
Yeah,
which, by the way,
Jericho says Rowan.
He's not signed. It was a one shot.
They kept saying, Jericho saying, Eric Rowan's here. Redbeard. Everybody had to keep covering up and saying, Redbeard.
No, and Jericho said it. He goes, that was Brody Lee's tag team partner of the Bludgeon Brothers. I'm like, wow, you can say that?
No, you can't. Okay. He can't say that.
Well, Jericho said it. He said it.
But you know what's funny?
I think it was all a green light this week. It was like, you know what, man, this is not about us.
But you know what's funny though is that some people have this thing where you shouldn't acknowledge a promotion, that you should act like they don't exist. It's like, as long as you don't deep dive into it, of course you have to acknowledge that this person works somewhere.
You can't pretend that half of your career didn't exist.
You can't pretend that you didn't work at fucking Five Guys before you started working at Trader Joe's.
You can. You just don't tell anybody about that.
You don't put it on your resume.
Yeah, you just don't tell anybody about that. But in wrestling, it's like, I kind of think I've seen Jericho for the past 20 years on my TV screen. That just didn't disappear, right?
I mean, wait a minute, hold on. Where did this guy Jericho come from? He's great.
What a new talent.
No, I mean, but
he's the hottest thing at 45.
I'm the one that I'm a fan of acknowledging where they came from. But just because trademarks and all that stuff, you can't say much.
Copyright, a bunch of bullshit.
But they were like, Eric Rowan is here. No, Redbeard. Eric Redbeard is here. They had to cover it up.
Redbeard.
Oh man, when he held up the sign and just they lost it. Oh my God, Silva, fucking Redbeard. Oh man,
Yo, please do me a favor. Please go on EC Negro's Facebook right now and go off on him.
Why?
He just posted a video of Biden kissing his grandchildren. He was like, "My boy," like basically saying he's a pedophile, and it's like, my guy.
Oh wait a minute.
He's kissing his grandchildren. Can you fucking stop?
Oh okay.
Which, by the way, I actually need to hit up this man for the money. Hold up, let me message this dude.
Yeah. So what else you got?
In the middle of a fucking tribute show, I'm talking about money and fucking whatever. I don't give a fuck. After that, we had Eddie Kingston talking about his memories of Brody Lee and has a message to Brody's son, which I thought you said it perfectly, Red. What do you thought about Eddie Kingston and what he said this week? Because I know you said Eddie Kingston made you the most emotional.
Yeah.
About what he said about what he said to the kid.
He the message was to him, and the message was to the kids, letting them know that your dad is not here physically, but what he gave to you was life and the knowledge and wisdom before he can leave. Oh my God, it was fuck,
heart-wrenching.
Fucked me up, bro. He fucked me up.
Nah, it was bad. It was bad. But Eddie Kingston had great words this week. And then we had Tay Conti and Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford and Britt Baker. Of course, we had Dark Order win again. Tay Conti and Anna Jay. I am not talking about this match because didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter. And before we get into the main event, we had a few announcements. Snoop Dogg will be on next week's show.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega will take on Rey Fenix. Moxley returns. Hikaru Shida defends the AEW Women's Championship against Abaddon. Young Bucks and SCU face the Acclaimed and the Hybrid 2 in a triple threat tag match. We have Jake Hager and Jake Hager and Wardlow facing off. And in a surprising match that I'm excited to see, we get Cody Rhodes versus Matt Sydal. What do you think about those announcements for next week? Because they had to push back the New Year's bullshit show because of Cody.
Yeah, no. Those are like I said, good story time. Good story building. That's it's what AEW does right, I guess.
Yeah, we get a tribute from Chris Jericho who talks about working with Brody in Saudi Arabia. I'm sorry, I didn't care about Chris Jericho's story at all because it literally was. Once again, they chose the wrong people to be talking about Brody Lee. Like, I think Moxley was the only person that made sense, and him and Eddie Kingston, honestly. But I digress. And finally, we had the six-man Brody Lee Jr. Dream Match as we had. Wait, did I miss something?
What?
When did Team Taz come out? We had Sting and Darby Allin come out with the bat and.
That was the Dream Match, and then that
was in the main event.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
And in the main event we get. It was booked for Brody Lee Jr. as this was his favorite. That was his dream match. Which, by the way, Brody Lee Jr.'s favorite trio is Team Taz.
Really?
That's why he chose the match. He said his favorite trio is Team Taz. Which, by the way, they changed the song and they changed like the way the lighting looks. Oh, it looks so much better. I actually believe that Brian Cage and Will Hobbs look like badasses. Like, I love Team Taz. I think Team Taz actually is looking better and better for me every week. They need to gel, and it's working. Of course, we had Cody, Orange Cassidy, and 10, which that was Brody Lee Jr.'s favorite member of the Dark Order. 10. Why do you think he chose 10?
I don't know. Like I said, that's
kid. So
yeah, I don't know.
Of course, we had 10, Orange Cassidy and Cody winning the match. I didn't care for it that much. But at the end, of course, we had Cody giving the before the match actually started, the referee started crying, Bryce Remsburg, and Cody had to give him a hug. The match happened. It was a pure babyface and heel match with 10 picking up the pin on Ricky Starks. 10 with the win here. And, of course, Team Taz attacks after the match. The lights go out. We have Darby Allin coming in from the stands. The lights go out again. We have Sting coming out with Darby Allin with their bat and the skateboard. The two groups stare each other down, and then Dynamite takes a quick commercial break. Red, what do you thought about Sting and Darby Allin being a team this week? And tell me what you didn't like about the camera crew.
Good job, guys, for showing where the snow was coming from.
It's like they showed the bubble machine.
What the fuck is? Yeah,
They stared at the snow machine.
Hey, guess what? When I cut a woman in half, it's not really I'm cutting a woman in half. She actually bends over one way so it can fold up, and fake legs come out the other way.
Oh, come on.
Jesus Christ.
It was cringe.
You killed the
Red,
ambiance, bro.
Red, is there any way we could play the final promo that Cody did to close out the show?
Yeah, hold on, give me a second.
Which before we do, I do want to say thank you everybody for listening, because I think we should close out with this. In my opinion, I think we should. We'll do the superstar. No, we'll do our superstars of the week and all that. But in regards to talking about AEW, we'll make one final remark. But this is the closing to AEW this week. Copyright, of course. This is not our video. All rights are from AEW and their partners. So hopefully we can get that running up. It's Cody, of course, going on the mic with the wife and the son. And I think here we go.
I had to write this memo the other day, and I was looking for a quote, just something that would encapsulate somebody like Brody Lee, and I came across this Samuel Johnson quote. I probably will butcher it, but I think you'll understand it. It
Good
says,
job,
you
pal.
can judge a man's character by how he treats somebody who can do him no good. Over the past week, we've heard all these stories of all these different people, these degrees of separation who were positively affected by Brody Lee. There has never been a wrestler in every company, in every locker room, with every member of management to have that one-to-one connection, and that's why everyone is affected so deeply. In short, he was a beautiful man. And he leaves behind a beautiful legacy, and I want to introduce to you that legacy right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome -1 Brody Lee Jr.
You can fast forward this a little bit. I think it's the entrance.
My God, when he puts the boots in the ring, oh my God.
He puts the boots in the ring, guys. I guess we'll do a quick catch up. Brody Lee Jr. goes in the ring, puts the boots on in the ring, leaves them there, and Cody puts a purple bandana for the combination of Dark Order and Luke Harper over those boots, and I don't think there was a dry eye in the building there.
This men,
not for nothing, but
Tony
Khan is a bit of a dork.
No,
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here tonight. We're here to honor one of not only wrestling's greatest champions, but one of wrestling's greatest men, and a man who has one of wrestling's greatest families. And they're here tonight, and we put a special tribute together, and there's no better way for us to end the show tonight than this. So here's a tribute to a great man. Here's a tribute to Mr. Brody Lee.
The fuck did he just say?
Yeah, no, he can't talk. And we cut to black. Listen, I mean,
I would
we're
like
not
to
gonna.
take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Brody Lee, and I am the Exalted One.
Well, I can't play the music because
Yeah, no.
But let me tell you,
and they showed pictures of him and Bray Wyatt. They showed pictures of him with Seth Rollins. It didn't matter this night. It didn't matter about politics.
I think they just fucking took it. I don't give a fuck.
As well as they should. Oh well.
I think they just took it. They just said, "I don't give a fuck if WWE sues us. I don't care. Fuck that shit." But the best part about it was Tony Khan bought the song.
Yes, he did buy the song, which is beautiful, and I'm happy that he did that. So the song will always be accompanied with Brody Lee. As we said last week, this is a big loss in the wrestling world. The wrestling family lost a great one, and I think AEW did the right thing. I think they had a great show. What do you think?
They retired the TNT title, because it's not the full
design. The design is officially retired, and it will be given to Brody Lee Jr. forever.
He was like, where was it that he said? Hold on, let me find it quick. He says,
Brody Lee Jr., -1. You, your family, these boots are retired. Your father, the greatest TNT champion, with all due respect, the greatest TNT champion we've ever had.
What?
All due respect to Cody. Fuck Darby Allin. It's like, fuck Darby Allin.
Fuck Darby.
It's like, the fuck.
Fuck Darby.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that was beautiful, and it was a great send off. But All Elite Wrestling had to do, and it's unfortunate that in such an early stage of their promotion, it's barely a year old, and they had to say goodbye to one of their main guys on the roster. So to All Elite, to the family and friends of everybody, like we mentioned before, condolences go out to them, and like I said, stop shitting on WWE because it wasn't their way. Impact did a tribute as well. They did an image for him as well. But stop shitting on WWE because it wasn't their way. This was the way. It was All Elite's way.
Yep.
This was their send off.
And I'm not gonna speak for you, Red, but I'm gonna go off on a limb here and say that the superstar of the week, for me, it is Brody Lee.
Superstar of the week will be Brody Lee for us this week. We will agree on this sentiment, and with death comes strength, because we all have to live and move on and learn and become stronger with loss. So with that being said, guys, we are done on this aspect of the show.
Yes, sir.
As always, I am the pain in the ass and will continue to be that pain in the ass of wrestling for 2021. Jay the Red Santee.
And I am the Mook, who will continue to be the Mook into 2021 and then beyond. I am Mr. Funko Hub. I am Matt Olskey.
And as always, guys, take a bump. Happy New Year's, and wash your face, wash your ass, and take care of yourself, and take care of everybody else around you.
Yep, absolutely.
Laters.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.
3, 2, 1.
Turnbuckle Tabloid.